All right, love you.
What's up, YouTube? Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you are hanging out with us today. Good morning, everybody. What's up? Today is Tuesday. We got Dr. Chapa in studio. I'm excited about it. We got Curt in studio. He got his breakfast going strong. I'm believing it's going to be a good show today. We're going to have an awesome time. So we have Dr. Chapa in first, and then we're going to have Vincent in from Olympia Grill. So they just opened a brand new Olympia Grill right there at 646 in League City. There's one that I've been to before, the one on Pier 21 in Galveston.
Yeah,
have you been there, Dr. Chapa?
I have.
Yeah. It's really nice out there, like
they
on
have
the water.
A Greek salad with Euro meat. That's absolutely heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I get the no feta, and so they always laugh at me. They say, that's not a Greek salad if you don't get feta.
Is that the most important part?
Yeah, that's right. But their dressing is fantastic. I think it's homemade. And yeah, to your point, the view is amazing, especially if you go in the evening and the sunset. And so we've had a great time.
Sweet. We got 10 seconds. Let's get this going. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we are going to have an awesome time today. Curt, we had so much going on yesterday. It was a lot of fun.
You know what? There's so much happening here at KHEA Radio that we probably need to do another share-a-thon just to raise money to have another person hired here at the radio station.
Dr. Chapa, you're hired. How's it going today, Dr. Chapa?
Man, it's going fantastic. Thanks for having me on. It's always good to be here with you guys. I'm feeling great, living great, ready for the holidays. It's coming at us, whether we like it or not.
It's coming
you guys
quick.
Are ready out there.
We're getting ready. Yesterday, if we going to recap a little bit what we had going on. So first of all, we had our program. It was awesome. Then after the program, we went and to Little Bellamia, which is over off of 646, next to Olympia Grill, close in that same vicinity, for the ribbon cutting for Manish. It was an awesome experience. Mayor Pat Hallisey was there. We got to hang out with some of I-45 now, and there was just a bunch of people. Like Crystal Koza, it was her birthday, and a bunch of other awesome people. Jennifer from Bay Area Houston Food Lovers. Randy Weber's wife, Brenda, was there. We got to take a selfie with her, and we're going to work and help promote an event for her in January. So we are excited about that. And then after that, Curt,
we went to Furniture Zone and blessed an entire family with furniture.
Yeah,
which was awesome. It was so cool to see a family who had lost almost everything
during
during
Harvey,
and the tears that just went down. I mean, we were done off the Facebook Live before I think it finally hit her what happened, and then she just started to tear up. She's a listener of 99.5 FM over the FM. She's like, hey, like 2 weeks ago, I put you on in my car and I listen every day.
Yeah,
and it was really kind of cool to be like, hey, that's awesome that you won this entire house full of furniture.
So what Furniture Zone did is they opened it up for nominations. Do you know somebody who's deserving or could use a house full of furniture? One of her friends nominated her, so we showed up yesterday, and Furniture Zone does a lot like that.
That's
to
amazing.
Give back after Harvey. So knocked on the door. They had no idea. Here's a truck. Back up the truck. We got everything to fill up your house. So it was awesome to be a part of. So Merry Christmas to you if you're watching, and try and be the good today to somebody. Spread some love.
Absolutely.
And it's the season to be like that light to somebody else.
That's right. Somebody. I always love to dress up like an elf the week of Christmas.
Yeah.
And so on Friday, y'all will see that live. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and so it's going to be amazing. And so I've been dressing up like Buddy the Elf for 7 years. And Buddy finally retired. He was old and worn out and ragged. And I begged, bartered, and pleaded with my mother to see if she could sew me up another one.
Did she sew the original?
No.
Okay,
so I bought it off Amazon. So it never fit right. It never was exactly what I wanted. But so my mom was like, oh, yeah, I can do that. And so she comes in and makes me this unbelievable elf costume.
So you have it already?
Oh yeah, I wore it yesterday. So
how come you didn't wear it today?
Well, I have.
You're saving it.
I'm saving it. Yeah, and so it is absolutely off the chain. It's amazing and great. And so this lady asked me though. She goes, "Can I ask you a question?" She was a new patient. She goes, "Why are you dressed like an elf?" And I said, "Because I think in the world we all get caught up in the rat race of busy, and we don't take time to, stop taking ourselves so seriously. We just need to let go, let God, be a childlike faith, be silly, bring a smile to somebody's life. You never know who you can light up, with a kind gesture. You never know who needs a kind word. I mean, you just can't read really what's going on in people, because people have been trained to put on that fake smile, right? Well, what if we go around intentionally, and that's the key word, intentionally giving, a good smile to somebody, going out of your way to, to brighten somebody's day, like you're talking about. And I think what a great way to bring,
Easy.
holiday cheer. And it's easy.
Do you get your wife to dress up like Zooey Deschanel from the movie Elf?
I wish.
That would be awesome.
But she just totally is. She thinks I'm crazy for doing what I do. I even showed up to church. We went into our young kids. We supported one of the young kids, and we made breakfast for them. And
cool.
I make these gluten-free pancakes, and I show up as Buddy the Elf, and the kids are like, they're stunned. The kids are stunned. Like, who is this guy? Who does that? So anyway, it's fantastic to be on the show with you guys. I'm glad to be here. And, I hope everybody's out there having a Merry Christmas and not letting the crazy of the hustle and bustle rob you of a great season. And if it is, maybe we can be an encouragement to, lighten up a little bit.
Yeah. So good morning to you if you're watching on social media. A couple things. Right now we have Dr. Chapa in. After that, we're going to have Vincent from Olympia Grill in. So we're giving away, I think, a couple gift cards today. I think 2 $50 gift cards. So if you like this video, comment and share it out. Let's get some good information out to people. You'll have the opportunity to go have that Greek salad, Dr. Chapa, with or without the feta. That's your choice.
That's right. It's always your life, your health, your choice. So
yeah. So we're going to share some awesome stuff today. Dr. Chapa, you're in every week with us, right?
That's right. Every week at 8:30 to 9:30 to 10. And man, we just have a great time talking about all of your health and wellness needs. So we're an alternative medicine doctor's office. The name is Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center. And we believe that all life starts and stops at the cellular level. And nutrition is the fundamental backbone that allows your health to get what it needs and to move forward. Or unfortunately, food can be your poison as well. So it's your medicine or your poison. And we all need to be looking today at the food we're taking into our bodies, the drink that we put in our bodies, because if you have symptom patterns that you were not genetically born with, you have a need for what we offer at our office. Most people come in with blood work today, and the blood work doesn't reveal disease. It reveals functional illness. That's you're functioning in the world, but you have no real rhyme and reason why you feel so crummy. You have no rhyme and reason why your thyroid seems to be, having those symptoms of thyroid, hair falling out, a little bit overweight, struggling with the lateral third of your eyebrows falling out, your fingernails cracked and brittle, and being fatigued, mental clarity challenges. And then there's nothing on the blood work. What's going on with that? Well, that's where we come in. We do a timeline history. We come in and we evaluate your body and we listen to your story. Your story is so important. And that's what I see a lot in today's hustle and bustle of the medical community is we're so busy taking care of sick people. We forget that people need to be, that they're a full body, their brain, their digestive tract, their heart, they're not isolated structures, and that people need to be cared for in a different way. And that's what we're trying to bring to the community.
So here's something else that's pretty important. Curt, go ahead and show them a picture. You're talking about hair falling out, right?
Yeah, so I'm having an issue. This is actually a toupee that I'm wearing today.
He's losing the hair up here, but he's getting more on the back. Like, I don't know if it's like walking down, but there's some stuff going on.
Are you trying to is this like another version of one of those dating sites where you're putting your picture up there hoping people will see it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let me see that.
This is usually not. That's my hair.
That is not a toupee.
I had a rough week. I had a rough week, and I ate a lot of cheese.
A lot of stress too.
And I woke up, and one day all my hair was gone.
Well, guess what? If it can go away that fast and come back that fast, you're giving everybody on the airways help and love to know that they can get the change that they need. That's unbelievable.
Okay, so here's something else. So Curt, before you came into the studio, from his personal Facebook page, made the announcement that he is going to start training to make his amateur boxing debut this summer. And so,
what?
Yes, he has his gloves on. We went to Texas Striking Academy. Shout out to them. They're local in Lamarck, MMA boxing. first of all, do people think that Curt has what it takes? Second, what is his health and how's that affect like the detox? Like, what does he need to do if he's going to be training like this?
We're going to definitely have to start putting better fuel in, number one. So again, if you eat sugar, if you eat artificial sugar, if you eat processed food, and you expect your body to perform for you at the level you want it to, I'm thinking that'd be like putting sugar in your gas tank.
Wow.
And then your car won't run when we put the wrong type of food in there. So
what kind of diet and should he be keeping? Like if he's going to be training, I think about 4 times a week is what the goal is for about 2 hours.
Wow.
And like one day, cardio, the whole
How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
A mere 30.
Okay. A mere he's
young
still a
man,
baby.
really young
yesterday, we have a video that's dropping at some point, probably today. We went and just like showcased, like he's like, okay, this is your first day. Let's take it easy, And I was like knocking it out, and he's like, dude, you're good. You're really good at this. You should actually get in the ring. Can I train you for like 6 months? We'll drop you to like 170. You'll get like ripped. You'll like glow up, kind of thing. And
this is his own version.
It's going to be a whole new you for sure. And so here's the deal. Obviously, what you put in your body at training at a level like that would be absolutely imperative to your success. Not only to your success long term, but like the recovery post workouts. So what is it that a person needs to eat more of? They need to eat more of proteins, healthy fat, and bring those in. Remember, I've talked about on previous shows, we have these things called essential amino acids, but that build your protein reserves. And the cell structure in every cell in your body is 50% fat and 50% protein. And if without essential amino acids, you can't have a healthy cell structure, what does that mean? That means that the brain, when it fires a message downstream to your arms or hands or legs or whatever you're trying to do, sprinting, boxing, running, whatever it is, you get that good signaling. If you don't have good essential fatty acids in your diet, that could be, from avocados, cod liver oil, that could be olive oil. If you don't have these nutrients coming in regularly and in abundance, I can't tell you how many patients, I don't think one has ever walked in my office in 13 years that had adequate essential fatty acids in their body, because we're eating as a society processed fat. We're partially hydrogenated oil and rancid oils that we're cooking with and preserving our food with.
So in January, there's a detox that we're planning that we've done with you before. It was amazing. Would Curt need to modify that if he's going to be training, or would he be able to potentially do, that just vegetables, just water, and still be able to have enough energy to do what he wants?
We would definitely have to modify it at 4 training sessions a week at a 2-hour interval, or even an hour and a half interval. We would have to put some different proteins in, make sure that you got your those key functions, and we'll modify it to make sure that he's got the energy to get through it. But yeah, initially you've got enough reserves in your body currently that you could shed. It'll help you lean up, shed up the weight, and get your body to be what we call lean. So there are little fat globules in between muscle and organs. So the ones between the organs are called visceral fat. The visceral fat is what causes us to have the keg belly, or to kind of be feeling pudgy, to have a fatty liver. We've heard of these things, right? The intramuscular fat.
Looking at my belly like that.
I'm just looking at him, just seeing
my keg belly.
The intramuscular fat is that fat. If you watch sprinters, for example, or boxers, they're really lean. And the reason they're very lean is because their body is shedding that intramuscular, intravisceral fat for efficiency. And so your body does not want to store things that cause you to be less efficient. And so when you're exercising at an intense level, you got to keep your water intake up. I see you drinking a gallon of water over. That's fantastic. And then we would start looking at, all right, what are you eating for breakfast? Proteins and fats. What are you eating for lunch? Chickens and salads and vegetables. And you're bringing in, you're still leaning towards a no-grain diet. Will we modify it a little bit? We might, but we got to see where you're at first. And then we'll start building a care plan for you. And it'll help you grow your hair back without that toupee.
Ooh. So I see some questions already coming in. If you have a health question, if you have something maybe diet or related to your life, your body, maybe we can get that answered today. I do see Ashley, who we saw Ashley from your office, on Sunday. She was at the Chef's Table Charities event, the Christmas extravaganza. I feel like we hadn't seen her. We're like, where was Dr. Chapa hiding you?
She was eating a grilled cheese sandwich
I'm sure she was
sitting at your table. And I was like, what? That's so... So rude.
No, that was
I was
Kurt
like,
actually.
you know what? I was
Yeah,
like,
no, sorry. I think
let me
Kurt
take that
had a
from
sandwich
you
yeah, that's
and
right.
eat it instead.
It was good to see her, but she brought up something, and she had a question: is cellulite fat?
So cellulite is not fat. It is your body is growing at a level that's too fast for the skin to expand.
Okay.
And I find that a lot of times when people have excess cellulite, it's because their body has that it's like the I guess could be excess fat because it's the wave of fat globules caked on top of each other. But I've also found that there's an underlying infection that drives a lot of that.
Mhm.
And the body, when there's stagnation in the body, your body can't get rid of waste, so your body will store it in fat cells. So that fat cells could be swelled up 7 times the size of normal, and when they're butted up against each other inside of our earth suit, our skin suit, it creates that illusion of a wave in our skin, aka cellulite.
Okay, gotcha. So right now it's 8:51. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. I see Dr. Chapa. He's over here about to, looks like pour some shots. I'm a little scared. I
You
see
should
him.
be.
He's
You should
shaking
be.
his stuff.
So let me just say this.
There we
So give us a call at our office, Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, 281-554-8600. We are here to help you in all of your health and wellness needs. So no matter what it is, if you've got headaches, if you've got digestive issues, to some of what I want to talk about today on the show is what you need to have in your medicine tool chest over the holidays. Because obviously there will be, sugar divvied out quite abundantly. People will be coming down with colds and flus. And, I'm just so proud of, several of my patients yesterday that came in that some of them won their first battle with infection without antibiotics. And I'm so proud of them. And because what you do when you can go and allow your body to go through an infectious process and not need medicine, you're allowing the body to rebuild itself and to learn how to fight off infection. And that's a strong immune system.
So here's a question. We have Jessica. She asked, what steps can I take to begin losing weight other than the normal diet and eating well? Is there anything else that somebody can do?
Yeah. So weight loss is not all, it is food. Okay. But a lot of times your body is carrying excess toxins. We were talking about that at a seminar this past weekend where, people like to do detox because it's a weight loss game, because your body will store toxins in the brain and fat cells and joints. And if your body can't get rid of the waste, it just stores it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why people try all the different workouts. They try the diets and nothing seems to work. Well, that's because these toxins, and a toxin is nothing more than your body cannot use, is trapped inside of your body. And so, something that your body cannot use, and these toxins are trapped in your body. And so we use a detox. And what a detox does, that's different from a cleanse, which might be a cleanse would be just food or fasting away from certain processed foods. A detox primes a process in the body called cytochrome P450 enzymes, and it converts fat-soluble compounds into intermediate metabolites that your body can pee out, sweat out, poop out, and breathe out. And that's an important piece of your detoxification process. Remember, nature's solution to pollution is dilution. So when your body is toxic, it holds on to more water and it stores toxins. All those things lead to stagnation, a busted eardrum, a ruptured eardrum. And guess what? That tissue wants to heal. Just if you got a cut on your arm, body wants to heal, the body can heal. And what we try to teach the kids and the parents is we got to do less of the things that were causing it. So in this particular case, we had to pull her off of mucus-forming foods, and we had to get her off of the sugars, and we had to get her water intake up, and then we put her on some nutrients that were able to get her. Some of these were homeopathic, some of these were chewables, but the whole game is kids, especially guys. Like, I want you to bring all your kids, because I find that they're really easier to work with than adults sometimes.
Is that sad? To think about sometimes? It's us
yeah.
as adults are supposed to be like, hey, we're the example.
It's right.
We can't do it ourselves.
But bioaccumulation of toxin, we've been on the planet longer.
Okay.
And we've not incorporated these techniques to cleanse and change the oil, so to speak, in our body. And because these kids, they have more growth metabolic hormones, they have more stem cells, their body is literally regenerating and elongating and growing each and every day of their lives. So when they come in, I just sprinkle some calcium on them, right? And their bodies take off. It's amazing.
And so she also mentioned, she said, my kids get sick frequently. What are some reasons? Because I know I've seen that before, like, hey, this child, sometimes they're prone to get sick.
Yeah.
What are the reasons for that?
And so when you got a reoccurring infection, number one, you have to ask, what are they eating? Something is inflaming the digestive tract. So it's a food allergy of sorts that's driving the stress on the body. And so it could be sugar, it could be sugary drinks, it could be processed foods, it could be MSG, it could be milk, cheese, yogurt, sour cream, ice cream, whey, it could be wheat. It could be, soy, corn. It could be a number of things. So what we want patients to do is to bring in a food log, and we look at that together. And people say, "Oh, I don't want you to see how bad I eat." I'm like, well, but don't look at it like I'm judging you. Look at it like I'm trying to help you create a plan of attack and why you're craving those things. A lot of people don't realize that they're reaching for the very thing that's inflaming their body. And so I want people to recognize why their body's breaking down, so that they can start course correcting and making strides to stop doing those things, and other kids will start getting better.
Okay, we have one more question, and I do have to say, she said, "Sorry, I'm driving." Don't drive. You can drive and listen, but don't drive and comment on it. Not for our sake, yeah. But she did ask. She said, "What about kids with autism?"
So autism there's obviously that's a can of worms, because there's varying degrees of autism. If the autism is extremely impairing to the kid, it's obviously harder. There's a lot more bioaccumulated neurological stress. That's toxic stress, chemical stress. These kids, we can help them, but the challenge is their body has been damaged neurologically. So we have to give the body enough time to detox out what doesn't need to belong there, and start doing more of the lifestyle things. And some of these kids are regimented to the point where I think I've heard it said and read that, autistic kids to a varying degree, when they're really severe, they're the only child that can starve themselves out. Which means, like, where if your little boy doesn't have autism, and they won't eat their broccoli, and you just keep all you serve them is broccoli for a week, sooner or later they're going to eat the broccoli, right? They're not going to starve themselves. But autistic issues are a chemical metal issue in the brain, and then we've got to change their diet drastically. So is there hope for them? Absolutely. The body, again, wants to heal. But we have to find out how severely damaged is the neurological tissues, because it is harder to fix whenever they're really severely damaged. But I believe, and I've seen in my office where patients have got a good handle on it, and we found a large level of functionality come back into the kid's life. And but when you've got kids that are chronically ill, you got to look at nutritional deficiencies. So that's calcium. That's, again, essential fatty acids, magnesium. We look at the building blocks of life, right? The vitamins, minerals, and essential fatty acids. So I always start at the basics: vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids. And so we use whole food nutrients in our office that are grown out of Palmyra, Wisconsin. We use herbs that are going to stimulate the cells to function better. And that's ultimately, if you think about it from an engine perspective, we clean out the carburetor, we clean out the fluids, we change the oil. That's what we're going to do to these kids, and we're going to give them better fuel to build their life upon.
So here's another question. It has to do with, it says toddler. It says, so what should my toddler drink for breakfast or lunch? They have Down syndrome, and they said no milk or juice. Is there any other alternative for them to drink?
Absolutely. You could freshly make them a juice, not a store-bought juice. Obviously, you don't want that excess sugar. You could do herbal teas. You could do infused fruit teas. You could or waters. You could do essential oil in your drinks, and so you flavor the water with other nutrients. We use this powdered electrolyte drink that is sugar-free and doesn't have artificial sugars either. That's stevia-based and Lohan fruit, and basically it tastes like grape, lemon, orange, berry, and like what I'm drinking right now is I'm drinking a licorice tea, and there's no caffeine in it.
Black licorice? Do you like black licorice?
No, I hate it.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's what's in there.
But it's good for you.
It's good for me, and so yesterday mid-afternoon my stomach started hurting, and I never ever get stomach issues, and so I think with the week, one of my kids was playing with some other kids, and I think somehow we exposed ourselves to a stomach bug. And so I had a version of that. And so I've been, taking in herbal teas, ginger lemon teas, ginger lemon honey teas, or drinks that you can make yourself at home that would be really good. And you could put them in a 40 ounce container and send it with them to wherever they're going, or carry it around with yourself and pour it in a little special cup for them to drink it out of. So absolutely, there's plenty of. What was the first part of that question? There was no what alternative. So I would also do heavy mineral repletion with your child, as well as, again, they're no different than needing nutrition as the foundational building blocks of health. So we try not to get overly complex and make it like, oh, you got to have these special, fats out of the blue well of the South Atlantic Sea or something. These are things that you should be able to get through salmon, through cod, through tuna, and through food out of the ground. And then if it can't, we have supplements that will drive the nutritional deficiency back into a repletion state.
This is really interesting because a lot of people are asking questions about their kids. So I guess this is something that, a lot of people, you're not alone, they're dealing with this. And we have another one. So Miriam Sandoval asks, will vitamins help? Since my little one doesn't like to eat, he eats nothing but soups. It's hard for me to find something for them to eat.
So first you want to look at the soup you're buying. Is it an MSG-laden soup? Is it a processed enriched flour soup? Does it have niacin, thiamine mononitrate in it? Does it have partially hydrogenated oils in the soup? Buy better quality soups. So at our office, we give people like literal alternatives, like here's the soup you buy, here's this, and this is what you're looking for in the ingredients. And so you can home make bone broths. And bone broths are fun because you can take a whole chicken, throw it in an Instapot with about a gallon of water, and then you put celery and carrots and onions. You add some spices to it, a little bit of salt, and 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and you Instapot that for 75 minutes, and you got a bone broth that you can freeze in containers that would be a good soup, and then you make broths out of that. That's amazing amount of minerals that you could get in your kid that way. Number 2, guys, I have 4 kids. All right, 12, 9, 7, and 2.5, and not one of them, praise be to the Lord, has never been on a medication. And I don't toot my own horn like, look at what Chop is doing. I look at what Living Well has to offer. Right now, it's estimated that 2.5% of the supplements on the market today are safe and effective. And that means 97.5% of all the supplements out there are not safe or not effective. And so somebody asked me, she goes, well, isn't that terrible? Because now, how are we going to get them? I'm like, guys, I'm excited because that's what we have at our office. We have safe and effective products that have lasted in 100 years and through these companies, and I'm proud to stand behind them. My kids I could not practice at home because if my kids are sick and I'm constantly worried about them, my mind is distracted from telling you guys how we take 104 fevers and get them under control. And we don't treat disease, guys. We support the nutritional demands of the body. We love working with kids, and I think kids will do more than we think they will do. Like, kids will always rise up to the level of expectation put upon them. And so my job is to teach you folks, the parents, how to believe in your kid enough and believe in yourself enough to chew some of this stuff up and to get this stuff in. And that's the game, is how do we get it in? Are we going to mix it in applesauce? Are we going to mix it? Are we going to crush it up and put it in a syringe? Are we going to just, hold them down and stick it in? I'm like, what's it going to take? But my little girl the other night, this is like a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, I can't remember. So it's not that my kids never get sick. It's that whenever she had all this congestion in her chest, I went and I grabbed this product that has echinacea, golden seal, and chaparral. It's a desert hardy plant herb, and I shot it in her mouth, and she didn't like it. I showed her the bottle, and she could see her whole demeanor just kind of collapse.
Not that again.
And she's like, not that again. But I told her, she's 2.5. I said, this isn't going to taste good, but we're going to do it together. And I'm telling you what, she did not vomit. It's as if the product went into her chest, her lungs, grabbed a handful of mucus and pulled it out within 5 seconds.
Wow.
And then she slept for 8 hours. Unbelievable. And she woke up feeling like $1 million. I think that's what happens, is there's stagnation that occurs, and we don't know as parents to massage their belly. We don't know as parents what to give them to stop that mucus forming production. And that's what we're trying to do at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center.
Right now, it's 9:05 a.m. You're listening to KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11 a.m. We have Dr. Chapa in studio. Feel free to go ahead and share this video out for two reasons. One being, I promise you there's somebody on your Facebook friends list who needs this information, who could probably benefit from hearing what we're talking about today. Maybe they have a question or there's something we've already talked about that they could use in their life. And then the other reason is because we're giving away $100 in Olympia Grill gift card today just for sharing the video, commenting, and hitting a like button.
Unbelievable.
There's a lot of people asking questions, and I see multiple times it's been asked, where's Dr. Chapa's location? Where's his location and website?
So we're in League City, Texas, and our phone number is 281-554-8600. And our website is justlivewell.com. We encourage all of you guys to visit our website. We've got a lot of great information, surveys, and helpful tips up on our website about our detox. We have information up there about how to live better, be better, and stay better. And then we want to encourage you to get over to the office and let us work you through a process of our timeline history where we can teach you how to live better, be better, and stay better in your life. Because there's always things that we need to be working on, guys. We don't ever hit the finish line until we're done.
So there's a lot of stuff going on over here. If you're watching on our social media stream, sometimes people bring us in stuff and we love it. And Dr. Chapa, it's no different. But I see some things that I think I might like more than others. Like I'm looking at this and it looks like straight up chocolate.
It is.
Okay.
And so there's an experiment we're about to do. And I just want to show you guys how powerful. Remember last week I told you there's a little surprise coming. So go ahead and chew those up. Y'all tell me how nice and wonderful they taste.
Okay, the chocolate. We eat chocolate. We get to eat chocolate.
So this is good. Yeah, you get to eat chocolate.
Dr. Chapa brought
you some healthy.
What kind of chocolate?
Wait, are we starting with the chocolate? Can we do this last?
No. You you're gonna get two chocolates.
What kind of chocolate is this?
So it's the dark chocolate.
Okay.
It's got tapioca sugar in it, and it is got a little citrus.
It smells chocolate.
It smells delicious.
It's got a little citrus candy inside of it.
It's healthy.
But the candy is a kid version of a vitamin. So and it's from a company called.
What is on the inside?
Oh, isn't that wonderful? It's not. What does it taste like? Is it sweet?
It tastes like candy.
Yeah. So it's chocolate orange. You don't like it?
Well, it's dark chocolate on the outside,
Right.
and then it's orange candy on the inside.
That's right.
It's pretty good. I like it.
All right. So all right. Well, anyway, but the question here, Curt, I thought Curt would love this. He loves everything sugar.
Well, you would think.
I mean, I'm disappointed.
But
But anyway.
orange.
He's very picky.
All right, so-
orange, that's weird.
All right. So hang on. So now, if you don't want to eat, so you can either eat another one or you can eat that one. What do you want to do?
Just man up and eat it, dude.
All right.
Take
So
2 seconds. Come
all
on.
right. So all right. So now here's what we have to do. So now we're going to take a product called Gymnema. Gymnema is an herbal remedy that helps support the beta cells in your pancreas.
Okay.
This helps regulate blood sugar. This helps regulate the function of the pancreas, and this regulates cravings. This changes the entire way your body processes sugary foods.
So
what?
it's Gymnema?
Gymnema.
Gymnema, like
Yeah.
the convention?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Okay. So Gymnema. All right. So now what y'all going to do is y'all are going
Okay.
to swish this around like mouthwash for
All
about
right.
15 to 20 seconds. I'll tell you when. And then I'm going to have you chew the same piece of candy. And I want y'all to tell me y'all's experience whenever y'all and bite into this candy.
I have
again.
a feeling I'm going to be like, this doesn't taste good anymore or something. Is that what's going to happen?
That's what's going to happen.
What if our taste doesn't come back and like we never like chocolate again? I'll be like, Dr. Chapa, why did you
tricked
take
me."
this from me?
No, bless me. Bless me.
That's you.
All right. So go ahead and switch that around.
Okay. You got,
You got the timer?
I got the timer.
and we
So
can't
you
talk for
ready?
15 seconds.
Yeah,
we
so
need
that
you
means
to.
I will be doing all the talking for the next 15 seconds. Ready, go. All right, so these guys are now doing some Gymnema, and they're going to do this for about 15 seconds. And the whole point of this is to change their taste buds to where they do not like sugar. They literally the candy that I just gave them that was sweet before is going to taste literally like cardboard. And they're going to be like, what? How did that happen? And I literally changed their taste buds. I'm like a magician this morning in the house. So, and swallow. And now go ahead. And when you're ready, you can chew your little candy. And here it is. So here we go.
Refreshing.
And so again, this regulates the blood sugar pathways in your pancreas. This regulates the beta cells of your pancreas. Curt,
We've
you're so
discussed this
dramatic.
before. Kurt is a little
He's
bit
so
dramatic.
dramatic.
He's a drama queen. I think you would even Kurt, are you a drama queen? Like you would say like a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, surely. I mean, what? Seriously. All right, now chew it up. Chew it up. What's it taste like? Let's see. This is the same exact little candy.
So it's like I'm eating nothing.
It tastes like you're eating nothing at all. So that's what Gymnema does to the cells in the body. It upregulates your body to deal with sugar more effectively, and it robs your body of the desire for sugar. It's a nice.
Enjoy this. No.
But what does it taste like? It tastes like nothing.
It tastes like you're just chewing nothing. Like you said, cardboard. Cardboard tastes like nothing. That's weird.
Isn't that wild? That you can use a plant to help your body.
How long before my taste buds come back?
Hours.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Okay, it's like we're supposed to go shoot a video later for some barbecue. Don't take this from me.
You will be fine.
Go to the Texas pit stop.
No, so you'll be fine once y'all drink a little bit more fluid and but it's pretty amazing to me that this is how powerful herbs are. Herbs work in seconds. What does that taste like? Was it even sugar, or did it even taste the same?
No, it tastes. I might as well be drinking water.
Yeah.
Get out of here! Oh,
Yeah,
no! Why did you take this from me?
So if you have cravings, if you can't control your appetite, guys, we've got tools that are not caffeine driven, that aren't chemicals that are going to sabotage your health and vitality. They're going to be supportive of your basic physiology and how your body can process sugar better and process your cravings, so you're not having cravings. So it is quite amazing to see.
We see Grace, who actually is an employee of Olympia Grill, who's watching right now, said, right, what's the name of this? The spelling, because...
Oh, Gym, Gymnema. Gymnema.
Hey, screen grab
and
this.
So I have a tableted version of this so that people don't have to taste it. And I have the herbal. See, in Australia, where these guys come from, they sell, this is a small bottle. The bottles out there are like 500 mil or 1,000 mil or something. They're huge. And this over here in America, people don't have the bitter palate. So we're always supporting the bitter palate, because if you have a salt, sour, sweet palate, but you don't have the bitter palate, you'll never develop the textural savory palate. So we want to train the palate to appreciate these herbs, and that's why we have people take them. And I mean, and when that happens, is my kids can have a candy cane in one hand, and they can take in some of these nasty herbs in the other, and they're as happy as they can be. And they don't know that there's anything different. So that's balance. Their body has all the fighting support. That is a lot of bang.
Yeah, and somebody asked a question. They said, coffee, is it not good either? That's a great question. So this is my morning stash of energy drinks, and I don't know, is caffeine bad? Too much caffeine? Is there too much? Don't be touching my cans, Curt. You have your water.
I'm gonna totally say yes. Caffeine in an abundance, especially 3. You said my morning caffeine.
I'm just kidding. I'm being a little llama drama. I saw somebody say that. No, this is just in case.
Just in case, right? That's right. We stuff those away for later. So if you are finding yourself needing rocket fuel to get through your day, every time you turn around, you're craving a Starbucks. Every time you turn around, you're craving coffee. You're craving sugary drinks. You're craving energy drinks, 24-hour energy bombs, whatever. When you're craving these things and you can't get through your day without this artificial rocket fuel, that's a sign that your body needs a detox. If you've got symptom patterns that you weren't genetically born with, like migraines or stomach bugs or skin rashes or chronically ill, odds are your body is toxically loaded and you need to do a detox. And so we want to clean up the body as much as it can so that it doesn't lean on these artificial rocket fuels. Now, is caffeine by itself bad? It's not that it's bad. I mean, technically it's an herb too, right? So, but in the mass abundance that we consume it, there's some issue there. Most people don't drink coffee. They drink a little bit of coffee with their sugar and milk, right? Yeah. So the way we prepare our coffee, we don't need all these, sugary, caffeine-loaded fake food. That is not healthy.
Sweet and low
to open up on sweet and low is artificial sugar, and so it is a known cancer-causing agent. Saccharin is what's inside that, and so it's not a healthy. And I have an old pack at my office that it says this is a known cancer-causing agent, and so they don't say that anymore on the label because rules and laws have been passed to allow them to still promote it as a health food, but yet we are okay putting fake food into our body. And guys, the best that you'll ever have when you consume make-believe food is make-believe health. And that means you have symptom patterns. That means that you were not genetically born with. That means that you're not as energetic and vibrant as you potentially could be. It means that you're more prone to illnesses, and you're always finding yourself at the medical doctor on a steroid or a Z-Pack or a inhaler or whatever. And you've got to do the necessary steps to reprogram your body to stop crashing on you and to start building that foundation. And at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, that's what we do. 281-554-8600.
We see a couple people that are kind of coming to the realization that they may need a detox. And guess what? I believe there's one starting in January next year.
That's right. And we're going to have a group community go through a program. I'm going to have multiple doctors come in, and we're going to be teaching on detox, what you're detoxing, what is detox, what systems in the body, liver, kidney, colon, lymph systems are we trying to purge trash out of, and how you can maximize your effect. And so people have this unrealistic, expectation, they just don't know what a detox is. It sounds so terrifying, but really it's a change of diet. It's a 21-day vacation from stress and stimulants in our food, and we're loading you up on water and non-caffeine drinks, and we're getting your body for 21 days, to stop indulging in things that cause problems. And what people always cause their body to be ill, what the people see once they get through the first 2 to 3, 4 days, they start finding that their body performs in ways that they didn't even think was possible anymore. They've so adopted and accepted the ways of the world that they're just getting older, or that they're just doomed to have joint pain every day when they get up, or that they're waking up at night to pee, or whatever the symptom is that they're dealing with. So whatever your symptom is, guys, that's a check engine light. That is your body telling you something's wrong. And we want you to know that there's an answer. And when we sit down with you and go through that timeline history, your body will start crying out patterns that are so redundant that we know exactly what system to work on first. And then we'll start building a case on what system to work out next. And guys, what I teach at my office isn't rocket science. But what it is we are an accountability partner, a health coach, so to speak. And what I do, what Jennifer Withy does at our office, is we get in the trenches with you and help you figure out solutions in a crazy busy world that does not promote health.
We have about 3 questions that are lined up, so keep the questions coming. This is awesome to see people interested in getting their health back, starting to detox next year. So Joe Perez with Texas Chronicles History, Mystery, and Adventure, I think he's talking about the Geneva. He said, will this product make natural sugar products that you would potentially put in coffee taste weird?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to enjoy your sugary drink and you put Gymnema with it, it would not. If you put it in your mouth first, it's going to literally rob all the sweet receptors of whatever that coffee or drink you were going to go.
Probably make you not like coffee anymore, really. Okay, so now we have another question. So she says, my daughter has eczema and food allergies. Are there any suggestions you have for that?
And so eczema is a skin disorder of an unknown origin. That's what the definition is. Isn't that sad? They don't even know. So all they do is steroids, and all they do is, just in a sense, they're taking you off food allergies. I'd be curious to see what food allergy tests you've done with the IgE studies, IgG studies, and what we would look at is we would break her diet down. And I assure you, she's still consuming food allergens that are inflaming the gut. The skin is a mirror image of your digestive tract. And so if your digestive tract is inflamed, irritated, and eczemous, so does your skin resemble the same thing, because your body, in a sense, is excreting waste and trash that it can't get through the bowel, because your body will not dump toxins into an already toxic bowel. It'll push it through the skin.
Yeah, so we have one more question right now. Kurt's giving me the hand signals, and it is 9:19 right now. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. Feel free to share this video out for a couple reasons. You may win some gift cards. You can probably help some people on your friends' Facebook feed. So Sherry asked a question. She says, I'm at work, so I don't know if this was talked about yet or not. And I'm going to answer. The answer is no, it hasn't been talked about yet today. She said, what's your take on keto? Yay or nay? I made the switch to keto in April of this year, and it makes me feel amazing. But I'm hearing rumors that it's not healthy long-term. Thoughts?
So when you do keto, I'm absolutely for keto as a great tool. And what I find with people that do keto, initially, what you eat's important, but what you don't eat is more important. So by getting you off of the inflammatory foods that you were consuming before you got on keto, all of a sudden we take all those inflammatory foods out and your body performs way better. Is it long term? Absolutely. I went over 250 days on a keto diet, and an extreme keto diet with no mess ups or anything. And so I find that whenever you're on a keto diet, what you're doing is you're breaking the ups and downs diet. The ups and downs diet is your blood sugar goes up and then it comes down and you got to snack and you got to go up and then you got to go eat again every 2 to 3 hours. You should have such a balance in your blood sugar that you can go 5-6 hours without needing food. And that's because you're leveraging 5 hormones that raise your blood sugar. Insulin is the hormone that lowers your blood sugar, right? But yet we live in a world where we have people running around with high blood sugar, but God only gave us 1 hormone to lower our blood sugar and 5 hormones to raise it. So we have to ask the question, is it good long term? Well, I would say yes. You've got 5 hormones designed to keep your blood sugar stable and hearty and healthy. And look at how you're feeling. And see, this is what Dr. Atkins saw back in the late 80s, early 90s when he was promoting the Atkins diet. And Dr. Brer back in 1850 saw whenever he was promoting a low carbohydrate diet is that people themselves included felt they had more mental clarity, they had more energy, they had more vitality because they weren't putting in any type of grain-based carb in excess. And when you're taking away those sugar-laden spikes throughout your day through the food that you're eating, whether it's processed carbs or whether it's obvious sugar or whether it is anything that can spike it, sugary drinks, you're forcing your body to lean on those hormone pathways that raise blood sugar and keep you stable. So keep up the good work. I'm proud of you.
So here's my thought. On the keto diet, if I was on keto, I'm pretty sure I would just eat like steak, red meat, and cheese, like lots of cheese just all over the place. And I have seen people that do that and they may lose weight. But what are your thoughts on that?
So, some people call that the carnivore, diet or whatever, where they take keto to an extreme where they're only consuming protein primarily. Mm-hmm. And I think that it can be hard on the digestive tract. It definitely, I find most people, there's 2 camps. There's the keto I love dairy camp, and there's the keto I avoid dairy camp. I am of the keto avoid dairy camp. The reason being is the dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt, sour cream, ice cream that's available to us today is processed. It's loaded with pus. It's homogenized. It's pasteurized. It's not a health food. It's not a food. It's genetically altered. It's not anything that your body needs to be consuming. And so when I went to a KetoCon, which is a 36-hour seminar, and there's all these speakers. Every hour there's a new speaker. Every hour it was literally like drinking from a fire hose. But I noticed the people that had the best results were the keto non-dairy group. So the way I would have your, I think, was it Mary? I can't remember, but the lady that was just talking about being on keto and feeling great is I would enhance that diet by taking her off of dairy and start a milk, cheese, yogurt, sour cream, ice cream way and start incorporating vegetables into her diet regimen with some bacon, some different fats to kind of fatten up that piece of what she's getting from the cheese. Yeah. And then she starts building a better palate because now she's getting some fibrous activity going on in her gut, which the fiber will go inside the gut lining and sweep the bowels. And every day, just like we need to clean our rooms and pick up our shoes and clean our cars and do all this maintenance, our body needs that same level of care. And fiber is the way you sweep your bowels from the inside.
So here is, I guess, a statement, and I guess it's good to know that you have an issue. So Sherry says, "I have an addiction to sugar." So if you can make that statement, what do you say to that?
Yeah, so I love how you said it. I love that you stated it so clearly. Is I have an addiction to anything. It could be drugs, it could be painkillers, it could be caffeine, it could be artificial rocket fuel. In this case, it's sugar. Well, sugar, guys, is not even in the top 10 most common food allergies. Do you know why? Because it's not a food. It's a chemically altered substance. There's nothing normal about it. If you were chewing on a piece of sugar cane, that's a different situation, but that's not the sugar that you're getting, that you're addicted to. You're addicted to high fructose corn syrup. You're addicted to either artificial sugars. You're addicted to what sugar does in your body, but what it's doing is it's causing 138 different breakdowns, maybe even more in the body, and it feeds infection, it feeds cancers, it creates irritation in the tissues, and that it's literally like taking a sliver of glass and just making micro cuts, and you cut those tissues down to a point where they become irritable, and people develop things like chronic fatigue or irritable bowel syndrome, or some sort of GI inflammatory leaky gut problem. And so if she's addicted to sugar, we want to first find out what is her nutritional deficiencies. Guaranteed it's going to be essential fatty acids, it's going to be B vitamins, so we want to make sure we put her on the right type of Bs to help get her system to kind of take off. We would use things from a liver perspective to clean up her liver so that her body's not congested. So her body's congested and she's looking for that sugar to get through the rest of her day.
Okay, so here's another question. This is from Doran. He said, what do you recommend? We grew up with whole milk. Is organic whole milk any better? My kids are underweight and we need the calories. So somebody else had brought up Healthway Dairy. It's a place in Santa Fe where you can go get some raw milk. But what are your thoughts on that if you need the calories?
So if your kids, all right, have been raised on raw milk and you have access to raw milk, not organic milk that you're buying at the store, because even though it's organic, it's still pasteurized and homogenized. Now, a lot of times when you find these local farms that have goat milk or cow milk, it's literally fresh from the teat. I mean, they're getting it right out of the animal. And a lot of times these local growers, these local farms, they aren't just feeding their animals junk because they get it. They already understand that what you put in the cow, what you put in the goat is the type of quality of milk that you're going to get. So case in point, I had this young an infant, 6 weeks old or less, come in the office constipated. So, of course, we had to deal with that. But I asked the mom, I said, Mom, are you constipated? She goes, oh, yeah, I'm constipated. I haven't had a bowel movement in 3 days. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. I said, so we need to look at your diet. And sure enough, we look at it. And she had a block of cheese the night before and it constipated her. Right. And that's what she's doing.
Same. Hashtag.
Yeah. Hashtag constipation.
Hashtag same.
Constipated, had a block of cheese for dinner last night.
So
the whole block,
of course, which is only 7.5 billion pus cells there.
When you say it that way, it doesn't make it sound as appealing.
Pus cells.
That's right. So if you need extra calories because you guys are living on a farm, I suppose you're playing and you're working outside, you're tinkering around out in the land, you're not inside doing what I guess us civilized, folks just sitting here chilling. But what happens is to get those extra calories, we want to leverage different proteins. We want to leverage different vegetables. We want to make sure that maybe you're getting some, steel cut oats. We can incorporate some of these fibers and these carbs for the growing. See, kids, just for the record in your calorie conversation, need way more caloric carbs than adults. All right. So the more stagnant we become as we get older, because, we're not in basketball anymore. We're not playing football. We're not playing soccer. We're not, running and exercising 3, 4, 5 times a week, like Kurt's about to start doing. What happens is we need less carbohydrates because we're not as active and our body is not growing astronomically like a child. So children can get away with incorporating more carbohydrate-based foods, no problem. But again, it comes back down to what are you putting in? So the first question we talked about earlier in the soup lady is what type of soup are you feeding your kids? Has it got MSG in it? Has it got enriched flour in it? Has it got thiamine mononitrate in it? That's pus, glue, and petroleum. You don't want to put that mess in your kid. And so we want to find other good, better sources for your child to consume in the realm of carbs if you need those extra calories. But just eat good proteins and fats and their bodies will be fine as well.
So we have John Michael Hillenkamp has a question. This is also known as John the Baptized Barber. He gave Kurt his last haircut and we'll be at our event on Friday where if we reach our first major goal, he's going to shave Kurt's head into that horseshoe that you saw the picture of earlier. He said, so breakfast, is it really the most important meal? Is that like the most important meal of the day? Because you always hear that, but I mean, I guess you don't really know.
So breakfast, your stomach is most active between 7 and 9 in the morning. And so you should eat like a queen or a king for breakfast. You should eat like a prince or a princess for lunch, and you should eat like a peasant for dinner. So it is the most important meal. Now, a lot of people love the intermittent fasting game because why? They want to jump out of bed and they just want to shoot off to work and they just want to have their bulletproof coffee, right? Or they want to do intermittent fasting and not eat until 2 and 3 in the afternoon. And so there's nothing wrong with that, because again, the intermittent fasting game is a powerful tool, because what you eat is important, but what you don't eat is more important. And giving your body to process time of the food choices that you're making without putting extra, meals on top of it, because the average American has 10 to 15 meals caked up inside of them. I always go back to when balance comes to play, and we're not on a particular diet. Like right now, I'm not on a particular diet. I eat to live. I don't live to eat, right? And so I wake up in the morning and I have Dandy Blend, which is a dandelion coffee with some cinnamon and vanilla and a little bit of, unsweetened chocolate almond milk, or vanilla almond milk, or no almond milk. And then I will have eggs and bacon, or eggs and chicken sausage. And again, the source is important. And then we'll have a salad or a kebab of vegetables and meat for lunch. And then I'll have seeds mid-afternoon. And then I might have, a relatively salad and light meat for dinner, and I'm not going crazy. Yesterday, when I came home with a tummy ache, I ate nothing. Yes, I was hungry, but I knew if I put anything on my stomach, I might have developed the bug, right? Where I'm days ill instead of a night. So my body processed out an infection overnight instead of a 24-hour cycle, which is wonderful, because now I don't have to sweat and fret on how I'm going to perform tomorrow whenever I'm loving and serving my patients, right? So I don't have time to be sick. And my kids don't have time to be sick. My wife doesn't have time for them to be sick. And so one of the things that we are all about is being aggressive with our supplement intake. So when you sense a cold, a sore throat, you have a fever, those are your check engine lights that you need to get over to Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center and find out what it is that we would do to help you and your family get through those tough times. And are you going to win every battle? Maybe, maybe not. But I found that over the last, many moons for us and my family, because we believe in what we're doing and we trust that God built this body to fight off infection, that we can fight off anything in a timely manner, and it gets faster and faster as time goes. And so back to the breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Awesome. Right now it's 9:32. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. Feel free to share this video out. Keep the questions coming. We have a lot, so that we need to get to it. We're going to get these all answered. So I see the next question that was asked was probiotics and prebiotics. What is your take on those?
Okay, so prebiotics and probiotics is we use different, when it comes to gut biome work, leaky gut issues, inflammation in the gut. So if you've got skin rashes, if you've got allergens, if you find that you're constipated a lot, odds are you've got some sort of imbalance in the gut microbiome. All right. So it's an ecology. It's a city upon city of bacteria, good yeast, bad, little microscopic parasites, all just waiting their due time. Now, your body in general is subduing all of those guys and keeping them in a state of balance. And those guys in the gut lining are helping to break down and create a healthy absorption environment for the foods that we're bringing down. Okay. And so, this is all a very important piece of what we're going for. So then if you come in and you've got symptom patterns already, or you've been on 10 rounds of antibiotics in the last 3 years, you have to do a lot of gut repair. So probiotics, prebiotics are absolutely a useful tool. I have a product in a program in our office called the Gut Restoration Program, where we use anise and we use probiotics to do what's called like a weed and feed. And olive leaf extract to clean up any excessive amounts of bacteria. But I will caution, in very rare cases, but you can overindulge in probiotics. You shouldn't need them. You should have gotten your probiotic load from your mom when she had a vaginal birth. But what we find is that because of antibiotics, overconsumption of antimicrobials, pesticides on our food, that the ecology is getting irritated down in the gut lining, and those gut bugs are taking root and they're getting stronger, creating superbugs. And we have to utilize probiotics, prebiotics to feed the probiotics, and the probiotics to help deal with the abundance of bugs down there that are trying to get a pathogenic hold on you.
Okay, so we have a couple questions that were asked, and one of them is your takes on, I believe it's amino acids daily, and then is that okay? And then the other one was kind of just mentioning about dandelion, like getting more, I guess, like dandelion in their life. Do you know what that means? Is that like something you can take like as
the
a
dandelion, the dandelion coffee substitute that we took
Yeah,
that
the,
day that you
the
weren't
dandy
here.
blend, the dandy blend.
You weren't here that day when we took the dandy blend.
And y'all didn't say me any. I remember that. I was watching.
Yeah, but
I was crying.
You were totally skipping out on us that day.
Yeah, no,
It
I was
awesome. It was a great show.
I was bedridden, I'm sure. So amino acids and let's talk about the dandelion. I don't know what it is.
So dandy blend is a dandelion root tea, or a alternative to coffee, that flushes the lymphatics and helps to flush also the GI tract. All right, so it's a healthy version of creating movement in the body. So we want to do anything we can do, like water intake, herbal teas that are non-caffeine laden, dandelion, that we can use as water alternatives that can create movement in our lymph system, our kidney system, and our GI system. And so this is a huge support. So I love Dandy Blend, but Dandy Blend isn't the end all. Dandelion, though, is very powerful whenever it comes to lymphatic movement and GI support. The other question that you had there, what was it about?
Amino acids
daily. So amino acids are, again, essential amino acids. There are amino acids that our body has to consume via the diet. And so it comes through animal proteins. Some say that we can get some of these from legumes and some different proteins, hemp protein and things like that. But a lot of these essential amino acids are really found in animal proteins in abundance, and it really makes it easy. So you're not having to think, oh, am I getting enough leucine today? Am I getting enough lysine today? Am I getting enough of whatever it is my body might be needing? Because you don't want to try to play, the guide of what your body needs. You want to eat it in whole food and let your body extrapolate out what it needs and detox or cleanse out what it, or excrete what it doesn't need. And we shouldn't be thinking. That's why I always tell patients that come in that are on a bunch of hormones, these exogenous hormones, were overused so much because they work fast and painting over rust and getting the symptoms of hot flashes and hair falling out and thyroid issues and mood issues regulated. But what we oftentimes see is that we have to come in and clean the liver, clean the lymph, and detoxify the body of excess amount of hormone. You cannot manage hormones very effectively from the outside. It's better to support the ovaries, support the adrenals, support the thyroid, support the pituitary, support your hypothalamus, that we call that the HPA axis, and strengthen that glandular support system so that your body knows how many hormones it needs. And the same with the amino acids.
One more question. Actually, two people have asked this. They want to know, what about acid reflux? So I guess, is there anything they can take, or what can you remove? How do we fix acid reflux?
So there's two ways. So I'm going to share. We do a little stomach adjustment in our office, where we literally, manipulate the stomach in a downward direction away from the diaphragm. A lot of times it can kind of get gummed up, and that helps a ton. So there's a manual manipulation that we can do to help offset some of that.
How do you do what?
Let's demonstrate it on Curt. Lay down.
We can have you lay down. We can put you up against a wall. But yes, manually manipulating the organ systems in the body is a huge opportunity to. You want me to do it right now?
Can you? I mean, how long would it take?
It won't as long, but let me just answer the question real quick. So on the reflux conversation is it's typically food allergy. So we're going to look at the diet, we're going to manipulate the stomach, and we're going to support the stomach acids in the diet or in the stomach. And that when you have adequate stomach acids, you will not have acid reflux. A lot of times we put people on acid blockers, and we block the body's ability to produce necessary acid, which allows the pH to rise to more alkaline, and then that allows the sphincters to open up, and now you have reflux more. So the whole idea that taking these acid blocker substances is a good plan, we find that it's the opposite. We need to do the very opposite thing. We got to give your body the acid and get you off the food allergens so that your body can do what it's supposed to do.
That's cool. So right now, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, you're going to witness Dr. Chapa manipulate Curt's stomach, and he can actually push something down. I feel like Curt he was flexing over there in the mirror. You can see the faces he's making, but
You can repeat it after me.
okay, if I can hear you.
So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right below the sternum.
So he's below the sternum right now, poking on Kurt's stomach. He's pushing down
Underneath the xiphoid process.
up underneath the xiphoid process. Kurt's over here screaming a little bit.
Let me in there, and then we're gonna go down.
Ooh, down. What do y'all think?
Come in.
I feel like if anybody had acid reflux, Kurt would. I don't know. He probably deals with this stuff. Yeah. Okay, he's resetting the diaphragm meridian by like using acupuncture points on the sternum right there. His arm's shaking. His heart is breaking.
If he was having, yeah, that's it. That's it. It's painless. No, it's not bad at all. It's easy. We did that with a little kid yesterday. We do that with adults.
Were you being dramatic?
I mean, he's always dramatic. Yeah, he's always dramatic. Sometimes though, it can be. I had a guy one time turn green on me a little bit because he had stomach bug. He had been vomiting, and I will encourage you guys, if any of you have, if you find that you have a stomach bug and anytime there's vomiting on the horizon in your past, you need to come in and let us manipulate that stomach.
So I don't have acid reflux, right? Nothing happened?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. So we just pulled your stomach down. So you can always do self-care is the best healthcare, right? So all we did was we found a little weakness. It wasn't bad. And everybody might have some version of a hiatal hernia where the stomach wedges up on the wrong side of the diaphragm to some degree. Not surgically needed, right? To fix it. We just manually rearrange it. We manipulate the tissue so that we can get that stomach to be back in its rightful state. And then it breaks down food like it's supposed to.
Can you do that on children? Someone asked.
Yes, absolutely. We did it yesterday on a little kid.
Because you do chiropractic services too, and you can do that on children as well, right?
Absolutely. So there's all kinds of things we offer at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, and anything that is an alternative to drugs and surgery. We believe that the body wants to heal. We just need to open up the channels to let it heal, and that's through nutrition. That's what we do primarily. That's through chiropractic. That's through visceral manipulation, just soft tissue massage of the gut. And so all of us, you should be sitting around, if you're sitting around the TV tonight, poke around and probe around on your abdomen and see if you find any tender spots. When you have tender areas, what we can do is we can see those tender areas release, and we can start moving waste and trash through your body, and you might get a couple days of diarrhea. Like you're moving trash through your body faster than you were able to get out before because it was stuck. And you don't want 10 to 15 meals caked up inside you. You want to make sure that your body is removing waste in a timely manner. We just have a tendency in this country to overconsume fake food, and we have a tendency to build up and bind up our gut, and then that congests our liver, and that backs up into our lymph, and that stresses out our kidneys, and that stresses out our skin pathways, our ears, eyes, nose, throat pathways, and we have symptom patterns we weren't genetically born with. And ultimately, we're trying to help people see that whatever your symptom is, there is something that we can do to help you manage it more effectively or get rid of it altogether, because your body just wants the support. We're going to show you why your body's breaking down. This is what we do at Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center, 281-554-8600 or justlivewell.com. And you can visit our website, find all kinds of great health surveys. You can find our new patient forums, intake forms. You can be a part of our wellness schedule. We have a detox program coming up in January, starting on the 10th. And we're going to be at Butler's Courtyard, where they're going to be hosting us. And we're expecting a large crowd of people. We're going to be taking people through detox. And we're excited. I mean, people are going to have, all kinds of stories, testimonies, and experiences going through this program. So I just want to encourage anybody and everybody that's interested in getting healthy in the new year to make sure that you mark it on your calendar every week from the 10th and on. We're going to be doing a class at Butler's Courtyard. So there's multiple classes you can learn. What is detox? What are you trying to detox? What we're going to do to maximize your detox.
Dr. Chaba, what did you do on your Tuesday mornings, from 8:30 to 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock before you started hanging out with us? What did you do?
So I'm actually looking back and I'm thinking, I think that was a school day. So I was just trying to help the kids kind of help around with homeschool and things like that. And then there's always meetings that I have to, hook up and teach and educate and write in different seminars. And we're working on papers. So now I do that on a different day of the week where I'm writing, support infrastructure for my patients.
That's cool. Can you tell people where you're going to be on Friday around 3:30, and what you, out of the kindness of your heart, have offered to our listeners.
So very excited to come on and be a part of KHA Radio's Share-a-thon. It's going to be a huge event, huge opportunity for us we're raising money so that we can improve our radio station and make it more amazing for you guys to participate in. And I'm going to be here at 3:30 dressed up like the Dr. Chapa elf. You're going to love it, I promise. And I'm going to be donating a detox to those out there that send in donations to help us raise money. And what we're going to be doing is seeing how much we can raise in this. How many hours?
So we're going to do 8 hours. We're starting at around 8:30 like normal, and we're going to go all the way till 8 hours. And try and have an awesome show. We're going to raise some money so we can go mobile, have shows at the Clinical Nutrition there in League City, and have HD cameras in here, and it's going to be a better product and a lot more fun.
Yeah. And I think ultimately, as time grows, I mean, you guys are giving the community a positive message each and every week with all the people that y'all go out and see. You guys are absolutely hysterical. People love watching what y'all are doing. And so I just want you guys to all participate and share with us on our Friday Share-a-thon. We're really excited to have this event and be a part of this. So we'll see you on Friday.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Chapa. Hey, coming up next, we're going to have Olympia Grill in studio. I think I even see a bag of food. I'm sure it's all Chapa approved. We're talking about the Greek salads. Has anybody been to Olympia Grill yet? Curt, have you?
I've been to Olympia Grill, and I love it. I think it's going to be fantastic to talk to them. They're doing two $50 gift cards today. We're going to do two $50 gift cards on Friday. The best part about Friday that I'm really looking forward to is this. And
what is it? The goat yoga.
Goat yoga.
Okay, Dr. Chapa's cleanse giveaway.
This
goat yoga. Houston is going to be in studio, which is awesome.
Are they going to bring goats?
They're going to bring goats, mini goats, little baby goats, which is going to be awesome.
Unbelievable.
We're going to have animals from the Galveston County Resource Center over here, Animal Resource Center. They're going to bring in some dogs to possibly give away on our show. And then any business that donates $1,000 to KHEA Radio,
$1,000
on Friday, any business will get a Texas Chronicles History, Mystery, and Adventure video that will air on his site.
Have you seen Joe Perez's videos for Texas Chronicles?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they go nuts. They go nuts.
Crazy. So for $1,000 donation, he will do it for free. So it counts. Usually, if you have to pay for those services, but he's going to do it for free.
I was going to say
I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
and this is fun, guys. This is because of what you guys are bringing to the community. People want to be givers, and givers gain. I mean, and it goes back to what we started the show with: is who can you bless today, being encouragement. With a word of encouragement or a smile of encouragement, who can you go out and light up's life today? And that, because again, you never know who you're working with that might need a positive word of inspiration or just a nice gesture. And so I just want to encourage all of you guys to be a part of this great experience. I love what KHEA is doing. I love being a part of it. Living Well Clinical Nutrition Center will definitely participate in the magic these guys are bringing to the table.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Chapa. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up next is Joy to the World. It's the most wonderful time of the year. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11. When we come back, we're going to have Vincent from Olympia Grill, Pier 21, and the new location 646 in studio talking about what they have going on. So stay tuned. So Jamie said that they live next to the one in off Seawall. It's an amazing restaurant. That's what's up. Olympia Grill in the house. Dr. Chapa.
Thank you, sir. We had a bunch of questions.
Oh, this was a great show. Thank you guys for being involved, staying.
It's exciting, dude.
Keeping us on track and asking all those questions. It's interesting to see how one person starts conversation and then the answer can just go. It's like a tree. All the roots go. We got on the topic of kids, and that's important. Because we want to raise our kids and have them be healthy. And is it the right way to raise your kids and supplements and adjusting and all that stuff? Just drop it on in there.
One more.
You need a little bit more than that. Have you said anything?
No, I'll go.
Irene, I would like to go to Olympia Grill too. I did get to go to the new one not too long ago. We'll see you. See you Friday. Thank you for everything. So Vincent's out there. He has a bag. Also, we're going to go to the pit stop today. We're going to be shooting some videos. We're doing something different. So we're going to shoot a pilot for a new concept that we're doing. And I'm excited. And then we're going to do our normal giveaway. Well, yes. Well, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but there's someone that approached us and said, hey, we want to partner with y'all and do a more like a professional business spotlight through these businesses in this certain area. Can y'all do that? This is what we can work out. And we're like, yeah. So that's why I dressed. I was like, I'm going to, they said I wore a jacket, wear a shirt. Yeah. So it'll be fun. See ya. So we're hanging out, and share this video. Make sure that you hit some kind of react, a like, a thumbs up, a heart, and just say a comment, whether it's hi, hello, how are you? Or let us know what you have going on today. But we are going to be giving away 2 $50 gift cards to somebody who the software picks and says, hey, this person needs to go eat at Olympia Grill. So it could be you. It could be you. It's pretty cool because the past, I'm going to say like 4 giveaways now, there's been people that have been on the stream watching while we pick the winner. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it says like, hey, the more you comment, the more chances you get. The software doesn't say that, but it seems like that's the what it kind of does. But so you're baking cookies. That sounds good. Are they Christmas cookies or normal cookies? My son and my wife were baking cookies last night. We couldn't help it. We were opening up some Christmas presents a little bit early, because who doesn't love that? I remember being a kid and asking my parents, can I just open one? And they were like, no, you can absolutely not. I'm like, please, can I just open one? So I always like to do that. It's, for my kids. So my daughter, they were opening some presents. My son, they were opening presents. And actually we had some, like, their cousins are over, and we were just hanging out a little bit and just opening some presents. So that was a lot of fun. Open, a couple presents early. Do y'all do anything like that? Dang, Michelle, you're making cookies too? Dorian, you're making t-shirts for Christmas gift orders. That's what's up. Hey, you have a business? Tag your business. What? Let us know. Do you have a Facebook page? Do you make Christmas shirts? So Jamie, you say the scenery is beautiful. Are you talking about the taco scenery here in the studio, or are you talking about Olympia Grill? I think you're probably talking about the taco here. I love this taco. We were offered what, like $120 for the taco. And I couldn't do it. Someone offered to buy this KHEA radio. This is the Talk of Taco. If you're not in our group, Talk of Taco, you need to search Talk of Taco after our show's over today and join our taco Facebook group. So what that is about is we ask people to post pictures of tacos, whether they're real, whether there's like a plush toy, you're making them at home, or you're at a restaurant, or you see a taco piñata. But this taco piñata kind of inspired Talk of Taco. We talk about all things taco, all things salsa, Mexican restaurants in there. It's a lot of fun. Nona, we opened presents on Christmas Eve. That's what we did whenever I was obviously, living in my parents when I was a kid, me and my sister. We started doing them on Christmas Eve, and then like our immediate family. And then the next day, like some of our cousins and grandma and granddad and all of them would either come over, we'd go somewhere else, and Curt, do you need in? I did not. I changed Curt's key card.
They literally denied me access to the radio booth.
Kurt's, I went ahead and I pulled your access code because I didn't know what you had. Sometimes you're up to some crazy stuff.
Hey,
what's up,
sir? Good to see you.
Doing good. How are you?
Doing well.
I'm excited you're here.
Me too. I got you guys some little dessert snacks.
What? That's what's up. That's
Dr.
awesome.
Choppa approved, right?
Actually,
yeah.
They will be. Yeah, they're homemade desserts. So yeah.
That's cool. He was talking about the Greek salad. I like Greek salad, first of all. But for him, he's not really big on dairy. So he's like, I asked for the, no feta, please. And he said, they tell me that's not a Greek salad. You need the feta.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. The feta is a big part of the Greek salad.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I used to work at a pizza place. It was called Jet's Pizza, which they have one in Pearland now, but it was in Nashville. And that was like my first experience with Greek salad. And I was like, this is amazing.
To be honest, there's a lot of people out there that haven't had Greek food. So when you try it for the first time, you're literally hooked on Greek food and you can't stop going back.
Yeah.
I mean, the Greek salads are one of our most popular dishes. And I mean, you can put your gyro meat on there. You can put your Gulf shrimp on there. You can put your salmon on there, your tuna on there. I mean, there's plenty of options to choose from.
That's
even,
cool.
Even the falafel's a big hit too.
So y'all, it's Greek olives go on there, right?
Kalamata olives is what they're called.
Do you like those?
Oh yeah, they're really good.
I don't think I've ever had one because for me, like I don't like the other ones, and so I'm like, it says it's an olive. I don't know. Like,
well, it's an olive. It's pretty salty, just like the other olives. But just be careful if you ever do try one because we don't pit our olives, so the seed is still in there.
Is that like a traditional way, or just like something
it just
y'all
makes
do?
the product more raw and gives it the actual flavor of the olive. So that's the reason why we leave it in there.
Cool. That's what's up. So, Olympia Grill. There's now 3 locations, right? Which one was the first location?
Okay, so it originated on a seawall about 15 years ago. That one actually used to be Old Salsa's restaurant, and they moved to a bigger restaurant right there on by Academy.
Okay.
So we took over that one about 15 years ago. That one was running good. It's got about 120 seats in there. It actually started as a quick serve, so you go to the counter, you order your meal, and then you sit down at the table. But gradually, the owners realized that the business was good, so they started hiring servers and things like that. So your traditional sit down where you get waited on. So that one was really successful, and there was an opportunity at the pier about 10 years ago in 2008. George Mitchell was the owner of that property, and he asked the owners, which are Greek, and George Mitchell is Greek. So he asked the owners to open up a spot down there. So they did. They wanted to make it a destination point. So there's attractions like the Ocean Star oil rig that's down there. We have boat tours that run out of Pier 21. You have a couple of other Landry's restaurants that are in the area. But not only that, the view from the harbor is just beautiful. We've got a beautiful sunset. We have cruise ships that pass by there on a regular basis, ships coming in, container ships. So, it's really nice out there. You have the oil rigs on the other side of the harbor where people can watch. So that one became really successful. And it's funny because it's funny because back in 2008 is when we were going to open up. But that's whenever Hurricane Ike came. So obviously downtown and the whole Galveston was completely flooded. So it ended up taking us about a year to get back open. So it wasn't about until 2009 when we opened up, and that one was really successful. So we decided to branch out, and we've actually been looking for restaurants in this area for about maybe 3 years now. And we found one at Pinnacle Park, and we loved the place, and it was a good opportunity, a growing area. League City was one of the places that we wanted to move to. So here we are.
That's cool. So, okay, a couple things. I'm just going to read some comments.
Okay.
Sandy said, love Olympia Grill, love KHEA. You guys are fun, funny, generous, kind. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Keep saying things like that, and the opportunity for you to win may increase, Keep going. So, and then some other people were chiming in. Someone said, hey, my favorite location is Seawall. Someone else said that theirs is the pier. Have you not been to the one at 646 yet? It could be your new favorite location.
It could be. And it's honestly a lot closer. A lot of people drive from this area to go to Galveston. So this is a lot closer. It's the same food. We have our regional chef is from Galveston. He's been with the company for 10 years. And he's in this area right now on 646 and helping, train the guys and things like that. So it's almost the exact same recipes that what's at the pier. But I hear that a lot. I hear different people say that, the Seawall is my favorite, or the pier is my favorite. But they're two completely different restaurants.
Okay.
So the one on the Seawall is more, away from the tourists, more like locals that like to go in there and have a quieter atmosphere.
Yeah.
The one on the pier is obviously the one that's the more attraction. So people like their certain restaurants for different reasons.
That's where my wedding reception was.
I didn't know that at the time when I first met you, but that's awesome. I might have even been working there at the time. I was there as a bartender in 2011.
Okay.
So I don't know when you got married. You said about 5 years ago?
Yeah, it would be 5 years next year in May.
Okay. Awesome.
So
awesome.
I'm not good at math. What year is it now? Like
2018.
Okay. Yeah. So I got married in 2014. Yeah. Okay. That sounds right.
Okay.
But it was awesome. It was great, and my perfect.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. And I know you were even mentioning that the pictures were beautiful that you took out there at the pier. And honestly, whenever we have weddings down there, everybody is down there taking pictures. That's the big hit.
Pictures anyway. I'm just like, like Talladega Nights, like Ricky Bobby, like what I do with my hands in this photo. It's so weird, just like hold hands and stretch across, and Now put your head really close together. I'm gonna stick this camera in your face.
So we were just talking about that. One of my managers actually got married at the Pier 21. Jesse Nieto. He just
cool.
So he had his actual wedding in the back banquet room, and then he had the reception after.
I wanted to be like, can we just like do it? Like sign this paper. Have someone say it. People don't even have to come. But she was like, no. I was like,
yeah. So how many people did you have at the wedding?
At the wedding,
at the reception at the pier.
Well, so at what we did for that is the whole inside of the restaurant. They allowed us to rent it. Okay. The outside was, they said they had to keep a portion for people who came. Okay. So the outside portion was for guests who stopped in to eat. So
we
had the whole inside.
Pretty
it was
big wedding then. Okay, nice.
Yeah, awesome. I guess so.
Yeah, because we don't rent the restaurant out to a lot of people like that. So that's pretty cool to hear that.
Yeah, that's what happened. And I think the fact that y'all would do that was part of the like, hey, this is awesome.
We're open to anything. So that works.
That's cool. So we got Vincent in from Olympia Grill. And how long have you been with Olympia Grill?
Okay, so back in maybe 2009 is when I started with the company. I was a bartender there for about 2 years at Pier 21. So I graduated from college and kind of went off, and it's a funny story because people still make fun of me now because, I was thinking, as a kid, I wanted to get out of the restaurant business and get a real job, So I ended up getting a job at the hotel. So I did hotel management for about 5 years down in Galveston at some of the different hotels. And then I just recently came back about 2 years ago as the general manager for the company.
Did you work at the San Luis or?
I was there for a couple of years. Yeah, working at the San Luis. So I worked at a few different hotels down in Galveston.
Yeah.
So I got to experience what management was like for different companies, and I was able to bring some things to the table here at Olympia Grill, which is awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The only reason I asked my sister, my sister worked at the San Luis for a while, doing like concierge stuff. And is Mr. Fertitta? Tell me, Fertitta, does he own that one?
Yeah, he owns that restaurant.
Because she was like saying, I don't know, one of them with the helicopter pads and all that stuff, and he'll fly in. $1 billion buyer, man. He's like a hero, I guess. Like bought the rockets.
He's doing it big. Yeah, he just opened that new hotel also in Post Oak. So he's got that going on. Obviously, the one in
casino
in Lake Charles. Yeah. He's got the Golden Nugget there. The ones in Vegas. So yeah, he's doing pretty good. But hopefully, we can be on that level.
It's moving up. Too. It seems like it. You got there's the 3 restaurants.
Oh yeah.
And I guess whenever you're in the restaurant business, you always kind of see like it's always a scouting for where a good location is. What's missing? Hey, there's no Greek food here. We have something that works.
Yeah.
Is that something you're always on the lookout for?
So when we were looking at a new location, obviously we were looking for something big enough that we can accommodate enough people.
KHEA radio wasn't big enough.
Here's what we do. We can open an Olympia Grill on the other side of our glass.
There we go. Hey, we might even do a food truck or something like that.
There you go. Parked in the parking lot of KHEA.
There you go. You never know. So, but so I mean, we were looking in this area for a while, and so League City was just so, growing so much at the time, and we talked to some of the, we went to the mayor's office and talked to some of the economic development people that are in charge of that, and they were the ones that kind of put Pinnacle Park in our ear.
Who is in charge of that? We need their email. The League City economic development people.
I'll give you I'll give you some information on him. Yes, I'll give you some information on him. So I mean, we were really excited to be in this area, honestly. So there's a hotel popping up right next to us here pretty soon.
Cool.
You got Big League Dreams. It's the ballpark that's right there behind us. Obviously, all of the restaurants that create some type of competition. Yeah, you got Cabela's. So it's almost more like a destination.
You mentioned the I guess the competition, because we were actually driving there yesterday at Little Bellamy, and we saw you there, and Curt was like,
"There's a Japanese like."
They haven't opened yet.
It's like a hibachi sushi restaurant that's about to open up there.
Like all the restaurants, Curt was like, isn't that bad that there's so many? And I was like, I think it's good because you get a little bit of everything, Yeah. I mean, what is y'all's thoughts on that? Like, because obviously you want to succeed and you want to, I don't know, do you want everybody to succeed or how does that work?
I kind of want, we all as a team want Pinnacle Park to work, obviously. But again, that's what I was saying about the development that's going on. So there's going to be a hotel and an apartment complex coming up right behind us. So people are going to be able to walk to any one of the restaurants they choose and then walk right back to either their hotel or their apartment complex.
That's
so
cool.
I mean, there's enough variety there, but we want everybody to succeed. So we kind of like the competition.
Yeah, I think it's cool too. I mean, and you were there in support. So Manish, and
No, that was a
Little
great turnout.
Ballerina.
And we'll be doing our ribbon cutting as well
Cool.
in about maybe 3 weeks, second
Okay.
week of January, somewhere around that time.
Do we get an invite to cut
I'll
the
make
ribbon?
sure that you guys get an invite.
He said to cut the ribbon. He said
To cut the ribbon.
I didn't hear
To
that part.
cut the ribbon.
He brings his own pair of scissors. I've always joked about that. They got the big one, and like I see like sliding over on the ground, like cut it.
I don't know about cutting the ribbon, but I'll make sure you guys are there though.
Oh, okay. What happens if I cut it before you guys cut it, dude? You're like,
I know
we gotta
exactly.
get another
Oh
ribbon.
yeah, we'll have to get another one. We'll
They just
to
have
get
a
another-
roll because I've seen them do it. They just be like, "Okay, police, can you please escort him out?" And then they just like pull a new one.
Yeah, we'll make sure we put you on the side, Kirk, so you don't do it a second time.
Yeah, he's like in handcuffs to the side, like handcuffed to a table or something.
No, but
We'll
that was
deal
awesome
with
seeing
him
you guys there too.
after the ribbon.
Wow.
Free food for him.
So if you haven't shared this video out, you need to make sure you do that because if you share it, all you gotta do is hit that little thumbs up and then just say hi. or let us know
So
what's up.
Kurt is
I'm
eyeballing
sorry,
having
I
a
just
great
forgot. There's been so many, usually when there's like all these comments and everything else trying to happen here, like it's really hard to like manage all that. I forgot about the
Wait,
food.
here's something else really cool. Sherry just said, my daughter said I want a taco birthday and to have this taco pinata.
100
She's homesick today. And the pinata made her smile. That's what's up. I'm
we
glad.
tried to auction it off.
Well, no, someone offered $120, and I
That
can't
taco
do
is
it.
pretty cool.
I can't do it.
Okay, so this what I have right here is some dessert. So it's a baklava that we make
Baklava.
at the restaurant from scratch.
Who's had baklava before? I think I've had baklava. My wife likes it, and so
Okay.
whenever we were there, I think someone had got this dessert.
Yeah,
Good,
so it's
yeah.
awesome. And then so what we do is at the seawall we blend that actually with ice cream, so we make a milkshake out of it. So that's really good. And then we have another dessert. This is the same thing right here. I brought
there's
each
two?
one. Yeah, I brought each one of you guys
You know
one.
what? That's what's up. Because sharing with Kurt sometimes
Sharing
works on
is caring.
something.
Well, I didn't want y'all fighting over one piece of cake. so-
Sharing dessert with Kurt doesn't work because usually I'm like trying to keep the conversation going, and then I look over and like it's gone, or he's like licking his fingers and like grabbing the whole thing. I'm like, Kurt,
I could see that happening. That's why I brought two.
that's what's up.
But yeah, it's really good. So even at all three locations, we do a cheesecake where we put baklava crumbles on top of that. And you have to have it with the baklava syrup as well. So I brought a little bit to pour on top of there.
All right,
The baklava syrup, Dr. Chopper was talking about, things that were healthy. So
Save
there's
some
no
syrup for
sugar in
me.
this syrup at all. It's got, honey. It's got lemon juice,
You just poured it out on the
cinnamon,
top.
One thing,
cloves.
but there's
yeah,
only
just pour a
one, so
little bit
save
over.
some for me. We got 5 seconds. We're gonna go on the FM.
Okay.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Kurt.
And we got a special guest in studio. Can you introduce yourself and let everybody know who you're with?
Yeah, so my name is Vincent Miranda. I'm with Olympia Grill. So we have 3 locations, 2 locations in Galveston, one on the seawall, one at Pier 21. And we just opened up our 3rd location on November the 19th. So we're going on 1 month here in League City, and we're so excited to be here.
So if somebody has not been to Olympia Grill before, what kind of food, what can they expect? Are all 3 restaurants the same? What are you getting? If I show up to Olympia Grill today, what can I expect?
Okay, so all 3 restaurants are completely different. So are completely different, but completely the same as well. So you get a different atmosphere at each restaurant that you're at. So the one on the seawall is more comforting, more local, more family oriented, more
Yeah.
it's just you get that comfortable vibe whenever you're there. So
Cool.
more locals go there than they do to Pier 21. But Pier 21 is also awesome because we do have a lot of locals that go there, but that's more of the tourist attraction. We have the harbor right on the backside of us where you can see the cruise ships go by. It's a destination point, so we have the Ocean Star Museum right next to us. We have tours that can take you out on the harbor. So there's a lot of things to do in the area. We're obviously right there next to the Strand, so you can go shopping at your favorite place down there. Go to Olympia Grill, and then the 3rd location is in League City, right off of 646 at Pinnacle Park, and that's our newest location. So we're looking forward to being in this area. We like League City. League City's growing so much right now. And yeah, exactly. And that's the reason why we felt like we needed to be here. A lot of our people that come to Galveston to eat at our restaurants are from this area. So many people are telling us right now that, we're so glad you're in the area. I don't have to drive 20, 30 minutes anymore to go to Galveston. I can just come right here and go straight home afterwards. So
that's cool. So you brought us some gifts. There's a couple, and I'm trying to understand because Kurt, he was all about it, and all of a sudden he's mouthing stuff. I'm trying to listen to what you're saying, and I'm like, what's so important, Kurt? Did you say you can't eat this? Why?
I can't taste it because of Dr. Choppa and what he put in our mouth. It's still there. I can't taste the food.
Oh,
I'm a little.
Oh, wow.
So there's something that he brought us. It's called Jamiva or something.
I
Jamina.
heard you talking about that earlier.
Yeah, and it's something you take, and apparently it makes whenever you taste sugar, it's good for something on your insides. And then you eat something, and the taste is gone. So some people, I guess, they wanted to curb their appetite. I'm gonna save mine.
I'm a little mad right now. I literally tasted it, and I'm like, how come I can't taste it? I know this tastes amazing.
Yeah, we asked
what
him
is going on. Oh, Dr. Choppa.
He said that it'll last for a couple hours. So that
wow, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, so save that later about 2 o'clock, and then you'll be good.
It'll still be good, huh?
It'll still be good at 2 o'clock. Yeah. So what they have in front of them is baklava, a baklava, and so it's made with walnuts. It's made with phyllo dough, and there's a topping that a sauce that we put on top of there. It's a honey baklava syrup that's really good, and the syrup is not made with any sugar. It's made with honey and lemon, so it's really good.
That's cool.
We throw it on top of a cheesecake. So if you like cheesecake, you'll like the baklava cheesecake. So I brought these two guys so they can, a piece so they can sample it, but they can't taste it right now.
Can't taste it. So Olympia Grill, and this is something that I've heard both ways. So is it gyro, gyro?
Okay, so the actual name of it is a gyro.
Gyro.
And so Jimmy Fallon has this amazing video that's so funny. They made a song. I believe it. I can't remember who he did it with, but they actually made a song exactly what you just said. Is it gyro? Is it gyro? Is it euro? It's the funniest thing. You have to watch it.
I'm guessing Justin Timberlake, because they always team up and put out
it wasn't
fire.
Justin Timberlake. It was more. I think maybe Chris Stapleton. It was a country singer.
Okay.
Singer.
That's cool. So it's gyro.
Gyro is how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Okay. So I see some people that were chiming in saying that they've had them from Olympia Grill. It's delicious. Someone also had said that they went in there and saw somebody order a hamburger, and they were like, "Really? Come on, y'all have hamburgers?"
Of course we have hamburgers. Yeah, you have to have a hamburger on your menu.
No.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
I mean, is it a good burger?
I'm offended by this.
I mean, we have a Texas burger, we have a regular burger, and we have a Greek burger. So
what would the Greek burger come with?
Feta cheese would be
nice.
What makes it Greek. Sometimes we even make our own patties with the bell peppers and oregano and things like that in there to really make it Greek.
Yeah, and okay, so seafood. Do all of the restaurants offer seafood? Is one more seafood based than one of the others?
So all three restaurants do offer seafood, and it's fresh Gulf seafood as well. So I mean, you can have that in any location that you go to.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of seafood. Kurt, not being from here, he's from Nebraska. So when he came down to Texas, and you don't get, I guess, this fresh seafood like here. Mm-hmm. We've met people that own the boats and the shipping and whatever. I don't know, but you can get really good fresh seafood. But Kurt, I think salmon, that's the first kind of fish you were like, wow, this is actually, seafood is good, right?
Yeah, seafood is delicious. I think we had this conversation back in February.
Right.
I wanted to take somebody on a nice dinner celebration, and it was in Galveston, and you said you should go to Pier 21, and I was like, okay. So I went. It was delicious, so good that I go back almost all the time.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, living on the coast, obviously, people love seafood, so that's why we have it.
That's cool. So started out on the seawall, then Pier 21, and now we're here. I guess you're gonna just let this one run, but what's next? Is there more? Is there a plan? Okay, we have 3. Is the goal 5 for this area? Is there something that you would be able to share, or is that something you can't?
So, I mean, there has been talk about us getting another restaurant, but obviously we want to get this one up and running and going first. Once we can do that, then yes, I mean, who knows what's in the plans for the future.
Cool. And y'all are going to have a ribbon cutting, you mentioned. When is that going to be, the grand opening?
So we don't have a scheduled date yet, but it'll be around 2nd or 3rd week of January.
Okay, cool. So we'll definitely be on the lookout for that. Is everybody invited? Is that going to be open to the public?
So obviously, you guys will be there. We'll get in touch with the League City Chamber of Commerce so they can bring everybody out. And then we'll share it on our Facebook. Yeah, so anybody who wants to show up, we can use the support.
That's cool. So yeah, Little Bellamia just had one. We went out there. We ran into you, And it was exciting to see, the support between the neighbors. That's
Absolutely,
pretty
yeah.
much what it is. And
Absolutely.
Pinnacle Park succeeds, if everybody succeeds. So it just makes sense.
And so I'm from the Galveston area, so I'm new to League City. So I've been trying to do different events and things like that with the Chamber of Commerce. And so I've met a few people since I've been doing that. And some of the guys that I've met, we actually have things in common. I play softball and those guys play softball too.
You play at Big League Dreams?
I play at Big League Dreams and down in Galveston. So, it's just an instant click,
Yeah.
So some of the guys that I met, and I'm going to just mention them real quick. So Justin Gamble is one of them. He's from Antler Technologies. He was at Young Professionals group that I went to on Thursday. Aaron Webb was part of the League City Chamber of Commerce. I think she's the one that put it together. So Mike Krell was one of the guys. He's a DJ and an MC. He has his own DJ company. So I met him. He actually plays softball up here in this area.
That's cool.
And then Francisco and Louis from Clear Creek Chiropractic Center. I met those guys. They play softball as well. But honestly, they came in yesterday, and now I have so what they do is they have a meeting with people who are interested in chiropractic, and they have it every month, and they were having it at a certain restaurant. So we met the other day, and I said, hey, come to Olympia Grill. And they ate lunch there yesterday. So now I got them booked on Monday. So hopefully we can do that for them every month.
That's cool. And y'all got a pretty big space there at the League City. So I went there. It was on a Sunday. It was actually, I think y'all had a grand opening on a Monday. And then they were like, hey, this is the first Sunday we've actually been open. And so, trying to get everything in order. And we've got to see this a little bit, but with Manish and over there at Little Bella Mia, just saying like, hey, while we're open, we're kind of feeling out. We don't know what the days are going to be like. How is that being, on the management side and seeing, because as a customer, I don't know, I guess it's different, but how is that kind of feeling like, hey, who's our audience? Are people coming? How's our workflow going?
So,
is that difficult?
being from Galveston has a certain type of business. So Galveston's a tourist island. So most of the business is going to be during spring break, during the summertime, maybe even like November, whenever the Thanksgiving break is and the Christmas break. So we already know that in Galveston. So we're trying to figure out what the good time of the season is here in League City. And when we opened up in November, we were, thinking, okay, so this is right, before Thanksgiving, and we're going right into the shopping season. So it should be good for us. People are out at the malls, at Tanger outlets, doing, staying out pretty late. So honestly, it really worked out for us opening up in the shopping season. But we'll have to see how it turns out, for 2019.
Yeah. And then I guess the growth that you were mentioning, like the hotels that will be coming in, apartment complexes, other building, who knows what's coming up next. Actually, we've talked to somebody on the other side of 45. They're going to build this giant like science body natural thing. I think the mayor of League City, Mayor Pat Hallisey came in and talked to us about that. All that growth is just, people need to eat. And they want to do
exactly.
things right there.
So there's a guy named Brian Roller that I just met. He's with the League City CVB, which he's just starting. I believe it used to be called the Hotel Tax and Occupancy, but now they're calling it, they converted over to the CVB. So what their goal is, obviously Galveston has opened up a third terminal on the pier. So what they're wanting to do is have people stay here in this area and get shuttled to the cruise ships on the weekends or things like that. So it's actually with the hotels and things coming up, they want to keep people here in League City instead of going down to Galveston and staying at the hotels there. Cool. So, that's the goal. Yeah.
There's room for a lot of growth. We love what you guys are doing. And, thank you for coming to League City. Right now it's 10:18. This is KHEAradio.com. 99.5 FM. If you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. We're hanging out with Vincent right now. He's running the show, making it happen here in League City. He's been at some of the other locations they have in Galveston as well. We are excited to be giving away 2 gift cards today. I think it's 2 $50 gift cards we're giving away today.
So I have 2 $50 gift cards that we'll be giving away on the show. Yeah,
that's exciting.
And if you don't win today, we got 2 more. Is that correct for Friday's show?
I'm giving 2 more away as well. Yeah.
Thank you for being generous. We love it whenever we get to give stuff away.
Absolutely.
One thing we've been trying to give away is a cruise. Have you ever been on a cruise before out of Galveston?
I have been. I've been on there once, and I see them passing by the restaurant every day, and I'm always like, I need to take another one.
Take me with you. Like, just jump out there and be like, man, overboard. Okay, I'm back on now.
Every time I see one leaving, that's what I'm saying.
It's pretty fun, huh?
Oh yeah.
Do you get seasick at all?
So I was on a cruise for 7 days.
Okay. Dang. Okay, that's a long time.
7 days. I went to the Bahamas. We went to Key West. So it was really nice, and I've always said I was going to do another one, but I never did.
Okay.
And that was about 6 years ago, maybe. But hopefully we can do one pretty soon.
That'd be cool. That'd be fun, especially they're right there by you. I'm sure that was that was tough. But we're looking to give one away here from the radio station. We've been working on this like almost nonstop, like making calls, be like trying to meet people, like what would we have to do?
Okay.
And how long would we have to do it to be able to give a cruise away? Because I think that would be a lot of fun.
Nice.
That'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, we love Galveston. There's a lot of stuff going on down there, over on the pier side, on the seawall. We've been to plenty of restaurants that are phenomenal. And I think that Galveston does a good job, especially here recently. And I mean, to me, like recently, like the last 10 years, just with like whenever social media kind of went on the rise, like all the events they do, they're just growing and growing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with social media out there now, I mean, you can grab anybody's attention. So I graduated from college back in 2011, and I say this all the time. So I went to University of Houston, Clear Lake.
Cool. Awesome.
Right down the road. So I have actually a degree in business management and marketing, right? Cool. So when I was taking marketing classes, nobody talked about social media. And it's just like nowadays, that's the main topic of anywhere you go. I mean, any type of business, if you're not doing social media, you're not going to be successful. Like, that's honestly the way that it is.
Yeah.
And then you have to have the right person out there, blasting your stuff, taking good pictures, having somebody talking positive about your restaurant. I mean, even with all of the reviews that people are doing on different places, like, we're obviously on Yelp, on TripAdvisor, on Google Business, what else? Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And, people are commenting either whether it's negative or whether it's positive. So, I mean, you have to be able to reach those people and, either say thank you or apologize about their experience, whatever it is that it takes, you have to put yourself out there.
Cool. With the social media at Olympia, do you do that? Is there a team that does that? How does that work?
So right now, yeah, I'm in charge of it. Actually, Grace, Grace that's commenting on the show. So she's actually taking over social media for me.
That's awesome.
Here pretty soon. So yeah, shout out to you, Grace. I'm looking forward to her working with the company. She's really nice. She provides excellent service to anybody that's going into the restaurant. So many people.
Your waitress, right?
Well, no, she was not. So I went in there and I was like, hey,
she won.
She had won something. Yeah. And I was like, hey, what's up? And at first I was like, I'm Gardy, with KHEA. And then she was like, oh yeah, why didn't you ask for me? And I was like, well, why didn't you remember me just now? And then she was like, oh, but no, I didn't know if she was working or not, but she went on a mission trip. She was like, we're doing our soft opening. I'm going on this trip, to California and to Mexico and doing some stuff with the church. And I was like, that's awesome. Okay, nice. Just like a good person, not only doing, awesome things here in the community and doing a great job at what she does, but also giving back and doing stuff, through her church and her personal, taking vacation time to go give back and help other people. So yeah, that's really shout out to Grace.
Yeah, shout out to her. So, I mean, like I said, she does provide that excellent service that we're looking for. And I see her out on social media. She's always on Bay Area, Bay Area Houston Foods, commenting on them, sharing pictures and, things like that. So I feel like she's going to be a great asset.
She's on here right now, said, maybe sitting in the parking lot, ... waiting to clock in.
That's funny.
It's time to get to work, Grace.
Get to work, Grace. You're doing a great job. People need you in there. They need good service. People want good service and you're doing a good job. So go ask for Grace at Olympia Grill. Why not? She'll help you out here today over at the League City location. Right now it's 10:23. We're talking to Vincent, who is the GM over here at Olympia Grill, brand new, just open, and I'm excited to have him in. Brought some baklava in, and what are some other menu items that if somebody comes in and you want them, they're going to be hooked. Like, what are some things they should try?
Okay, so one thing that Dr. Chapa was mentioning was obviously healthy food.
Right.
We have a slogan. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but you can see it on our website and everywhere. So it's healthy food since 1500 BC. And that's something that one of our owners came up with. He loves that slogan. He talks about it all the time. I mean, he even makes jokes sometimes about, doctors actually writing prescriptions to go eat at Olympia Grill because we do not cook with any butter. All of our food is cooked with olive oil. So that's a big plus.
Nice.
Most places drench their seafood or anything that they cook in butter. So also our restaurant's low sodium, low salt. So, you're not going to have that, Cajun food that's really, really blackened and really, really salty. We put just the right amount of seasoning on there to give it some flavor. And again, we don't use butter, but some of the items that we have are really, really popular item is our Greek salad. People love our Greek salad because you can throw so many toppings on there. The Euro pita that you were talking about is really good. We have fried seafood platters. We have all of our fish is wild caught. None of it's farm raised. So you can have any one of our seafood dishes, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it.
Somebody actually commented here and said the salad comes with like 2 pounds of meat, and then they did another one. It says like meat pile. It's seriously there's a meat pile like on top of the salad. You can get that on
the
there.
Euro meat. I mean, they put a lot of Euro meat on there, or even getting chicken. Yeah,
that's cool.
But I mean, so what? I mean, the soups that we have. I mean, we have the recipe of our soup that we've had forever. It's the chicken soup. So if you're not feeling too well, you got a fever, you got anything cold, anything like that going on, try the chicken soup. I guarantee you it'll make you feel better.
Yeah. So what about any of like the food delivery? I've seen that's really cool. Like the, Uber Eats and that. Is that something that y'all have started yet? Are y'all going to be looking into that, or y'all do it?
So we launched Waiter down in Galveston at both of the locations almost about a year ago. We're looking to do the same thing here in League City, but we want to make sure that we have all our ducks in a row first, and then we'll start with the Uber Eats and the Waiter pretty soon here. So
that's cool. It just made me think of somebody sick, like me at home, and I'm like, I need some good soup that's gonna fix my soul right now, and that comes in handy. If someone's at work or I don't know, you can't get out.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's perfect. You're sitting on the couch and you just order directly off your cell phone and get it brought to you about 30-40 minutes later. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm thinking about starting an app or a service to where if somebody gets their food delivered and they don't want to lift the spoon up to their mouth, I can send Curt. All they got to do is like subscribe, $9.99 a month, and I'll just send Curt over there and he'll just like do it for them, like napkin their mouth and everything. $1 million idea, make $1 million and no more, and then I'm gonna retire.
You got to share some of it with Curt for putting in the work though.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah,
we'll see.
Sure.
Hey, well, the details.
So $1.5 million. I get the other half.
There you go.
Tips. No, we'll work off tips for you. We'll figure it out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So you make all the revenue.
Yeah.
He makes the 20% tips off of every order.
Yeah, 20% tips. 18, 50. I mean, it depends on how good you do, really.
I'm the best.
Okay, we'll see.
So it'd be like 50% tips.
Okay,
maybe so. He gets rich and I don't. I'm like only making $9.99 and he's making like $20 a job. Oh, I don't know. I need to rethink this. So I see there's a bunch of people hanging out with us on our Facebook and YouTube as well. If you're listening over the FM, you need to head over to Facebook. Feel free to share this video out. Make sure you hit the like button, maybe post a comment. Doing so will allow you to have the opportunity to win one of two $50 gift cards. We're going to be giving away from this show, if you like, share, and comment, $100 of gift cards to Olympia Grill. Are you going to be able to use those at any locations or just the League City?
So yeah, they're good at all 3 locations. Yes.
Is that just anywhere? If I go and get a gift card at Seawall, I can use it here.
If you were to buy a gift card in League City on 646 and you're spending a weekend in Galveston, then yeah, you can use it in Galveston too.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so not only are we doing the gift cards today, but we're also doing them on Friday for our Share-a-thon, which is taking place where we're doing 8 hours. We're trying to raise some funds for KHEA Radio. So it's going to be a big show. We're going to have tons to give away and a couple more gift cards. So if you don't win from this video, tune in on Friday.
Yeah. Would y'all be open to letting us do a show there one day, like a morning show or something once we get our new equipment?
Of course we would. Yes.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
what we want to do. We want to go mobile. And so it'll allow us to do upgrades that we can go mobile, do this, but from Olympia Grill. And some people were like, I don't know, I really enjoy getting out of the office and coming to you guys, but now y'all make me stay at my work. So it's mixed reviews, but it'll be fun.
We won't do it every show, but we'll do like specialty shows where we go out into the community, go live. But we need $15,000 in order to get the camera gear, everything else.
The cool thing is just from people already donating or just saying like, no, yeah, I'll do that. I think we already have like a couple $1,000.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Easy.
I mean, what's good about that is you guys are out there in the community helping people out. So people appreciate that. And of course, they're going to support you no matter what,
Yeah.
So now that I've been in the League City area, I've been trying to go out and into the community and meet a lot of new people. I mean, obviously I met you guys and I wanted to come on the show and, advertise my business on the radio. But no, if we can all help each other out, I mean, that's the goal.
That's what we're about. People that are doing cool things, positive things. We want to spread the word and let people know what's going on here, and we can support each other and just grow. Our area is booming. League City has boomed, and it still is, and it's moving down towards Galveston. There's a lot of undeveloped land. I'm excited to see what continues to pop up because you don't know. I mean, other housing, shopping. I'm expecting I look out the window and might be a Chick-fil-A by the time the show's over. Who knows?
For sure.
So it's exciting.
So I noticed that your son does karate.
Yes, Premier Martial Arts in Dickinson.
So what belt is he now?
He just moved up. So he started about 4 months ago, and so he got they do like the white belt with the gold in the middle. So this is like his first time
Okay.
to ever do anything.
So yeah, my daughter does karate too, and she's 7 years old, and she just got her orange belt, so she was so happy about that.
Did
too.
she go to Premier Martial Arts
We
somewhere
go
else?
to in Galveston, Ishmael Robles.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
I actually did karate as a kid, so I'm a black belt in karate.
What?
So that's the reason why I have my daughter doing it, and hopefully she can get her black belt pretty soon too.
Kurt, let's test the skills. Kurt's a Z. Hey, did you hear earlier that Kurt decided? So we went to Texas Striking Academy, which is in Lamarck. We actually went and supported our friend Jose at his MMA debut in Humble. I had never been to a fight like that before, a professional fight, much less an amateur. Dude, it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And so we go there yesterday to do some training, and Kurt gets the mitts on, and he gets talked into, you think I could do an amateur fight in 6 months? He was like, oh yeah. He's over there bobbing, weaving, doing some
Dude, they're like, you're the best. Like, have you done this before? And I'm like, no. And they're like, man, you're just a natural at this.
Oh, wow.
Dude, 6 months, I got you. You could be an amateur boxer. And I'm like, all right, deal. Sign me up.
So that's why you guys were talking about training today on the radio.
Yeah. So he's gonna make his debut in
Nice.
6 months in the summer. I volunteered to fight him. Kurt right now, he weighs about 200 pounds. I probably weigh about like 190 to 200 as well. And I told him I'd fight him, but we're trying to find an opponent.
I was thinking Special K from KRBE.
From 104.
104.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't that be a fun, like, little, like, dual small time KHEA radio? The underdog versus the 104.1, the
Hey,
big
that
guys
would be
in
awesome.
Houston. Special K, Kurt Casper, Kurtzy the Cornpole Casper. Let's
I don't
go.
know. Do you have any
Let's
like
go.
maybe some advice for him, or maybe like an opponent potentially for him to fight?
No, not really, but that's a great idea, doing the other guy from the radio station.
I just want to fight him myself. I was like, I want to fight you with zero training, knock you out. You like 6 months of training. I think it'd be fun.
Oh yeah, that would.
Anybody know Special K and KRBE personally that they would accept this challenge from David? It'd be David versus the Goliath
Are you Goliath?
all over again. No, I'm David. I got the slingshot. I got the rock. We're the small time, radio.
Hey,
knock him out.
Michelle said Special K is small. I don't know. I've never seen him in real life. I think I've only seen a picture of him like one time whenever he did a burst simulator. And that's whenever I was like, we should do a burst simulator. Thank you, Special K. Kurt. So he did it.
Somebody should like tag him in this post. So
Yeah, someone tag Special
so
K.
he can see it.
Does anybody know him? That make this a lot easier. I just did add Special K. I'm tagging Kellogg's. Kellogg. So we tag Kellogg's. I mean, I don't know. The Special K to sponsor the fight or him, but
There's KRBE.
there's a lot going on, and we appreciate everybody doing something cool, and shout out to Texas Striking Academy. We also got to go with Furniture Zone. It's a local furniture store that's located in Dickinson, and they give back so much. So they had opened up for nominations people that were going to be getting a brand new house full of furniture. A lot of people in the Dickinson area were affected by Harvey, lost everything, still not recovered. So we helped kind of promote what they were doing, and their partners with us here at the station. And then we went and knocked on the door, opened the door, had no idea. And there's a truck, back up the truck. And it was just like,
Yeah, so I saw the
what
Facebook
just
Live video,
happened?
and they were so excited that
Yeah.
y'all were there.
It was cool to be able to do that. But that's the kind of stuff we like to do as well. But let's talk some more about Olympia Grill and
Okay.
and what's going on. So you think that the official, like the grand opening, maybe in January sometime?
About second week of January, yeah.
And are the owners, are they local? I think you had kind of shared a little bit about this, and where are they from and how long have they been in this area?
So they've been in the Galveston area for a while, Galveston and Houston area. They've been in the restaurant business their whole lives. I think there was 2 restaurants, or maybe 1 restaurant down in Galveston called the Golden Greek that was there, I think back in the 70s, maybe 80s, right on the seawall. They provided fresh seafood there. So I want to say one of my owners was like a busboy in the restaurant back then, but he was basically
cool.
like
Yeah.
learning the business, because it was in the family. So they've been doing it ever since. They've opened up restaurants in Houston, here in Galveston, or down in Galveston. So they're really, really knowledgeable about the restaurant, and a lot of the recipes that they use today, I mean, they've used for years. So that's so a lot of people know them in the area too.
Yeah.
A lot of people come in, they stop by, and they're in the restaurants almost every day. So if you're going to eat Olympia Grill, there's a possibility you might see them sitting in the restaurant. Their names are Taiki and Larry Criticos.
Cool.
And like I said,
brothers.
They're both brothers, yeah. And they're very involved in the restaurant.
That's awesome. I'd love to meet them sometime. I guess maybe at the ribbon cutting or even before if we stop in and eat or something.
They'll be there at the ribbon cutting. So
that's cool.
You'll have a chance to meet them.
We have a question. Someone wants to know, where's the new location? The address and maybe general vicinity.
The location of the new one?
The new one, yes.
Okay, so it's right off of 646. If you're familiar where Cabela's is at, on the south side of the freeway, that's exactly where we're at. There's a few locations right next to us, Abuelo's and Saladas. Kabuki's opening up in the same vicinity as well. Right there, you have UTMB, Memorial Herman, MD Anderson right there in the same area. So if you have a family member or anything there, come stop by Olympia Grill, take them some food back or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Something of that nature.
Can you maybe share a little bit if you know some about the logo? Because it's pretty cool. It's like, I guess, an octopus. Last time I was in there, I definitely counted the legs and I was like, okay, it must be. Can you share, is there a story behind that at all? Or is it just like really cool marketing that stands out?
So, obviously we got somebody to create us a logo for us, and the owners kind of gave them an idea of what they wanted. So the one eye, if you're Hispanic like I am, you know what ojo is. It's the one eye,
Ojo.
Yeah. So, in the Hispanic community, you have to, if you see a baby, you have to touch the baby and things like that so you don't get the baby sick. So it's kind of like the same concept. The one eye gives you kind of the good luck in the Greek world. So that's where the one eye came from. And octopus is very popular in Greece. So that's one reason why we went with the octopus logo. And you can see this logo anywhere and instantly say, oh, yeah, Olympia Grill.
Yeah, for sure. And the sign looks awesome.
Yeah, it really does. And we put octopuses everywhere in the restaurant.
Yeah.
But the legs, the tentacles, I don't think that really means anything. It's
just what they have.
Just what they have. Yeah.
Yeah. And whenever I did go, the server, she was like, yeah, my family put up the signs and they did the signs. I think it's Gillespie sign.
Gillespie, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it used to be, it's signed in neon, I believe now, but they've been doing what they do for a long time in the community.
Oh, yeah. So he helps us with all of our signs for the company. So, yeah, we got him to do the ones in 646 too.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
You need to go to the new. You need to go to the new one.
I haven't been to the new one yet. I do need to go.
Maybe you'll win a gift card.
I'm surprised you haven't brought this up yet. But I'm Greek.
Oh, are you?
Here we go.
I'm Greek Lebanese.
Wow.
Yeah. So my great grandpa lived in Greece at the time and kissed the Greek princess.
If I had a piece of baklava, every time I heard this story, I'd be a happy man.
So he kissed the Greek princess. Well, she was to be wed to some prince, and he's like, so the prince was like, I challenge you to a duel, and my great grandpa was like, nope, and like fled the country to Lebanon. And I was like, man, if he would have just stuck around, won the duel, imagine how much different my life could have been.
Yeah, but is that telling of?
I could have been royalty.
Well, what's inside you? What are you made of? Like
I'm
your family.
Apparently, I'm a fleer.
You're supposed to fight in 6 months. Kurt, you're supposed to fight.
So you got to have the Spartan coming out of you during that fight.
Don't tell Special K. Don't tell Special K.
He's gonna be like, just like your great grandfather. He's like, well, I'm a prince. Dude, you don't know. He could be a descendant of that guy. Maybe not.
So how do you even know the story?
Yeah, where this story, it's written down on a napkin or something. And I was like, is this legit? And he was like, yes, it was written down and it's like laminated and everything.
My grandma has it
must be
down.
true.
Nice.
It's in all of her ancestry stuff information.
That's
so
pretty cool.
It's cool. It's really it took place in 1840. I'm like, they were dueling in 1840? That's sweet.
Well, not your grandpa wasn't. He wasn't. He was like, nope. Dang. I'm going to America. So see you guys later.
A prince or a king of something. Huh?
Somebody already said, Kurt, you are a son of God. You are already royalty. I'll take that all day.
That's even better.
Even better.
So you can stand up and you can train.
I am. Yeah. Special K.
So yeah, you have the Spartan blood in you. So. Go for it.
Dude, that's what's up. Mythology and all that stuff. I always found it interesting in school and it's really interesting. Even I remember watching Xena and Hercules as a kid. I think isn't that all stuff in the Greek mythology and stories?
Almost everything goes back to the Greek mythology. Yes.
Yeah.
The owners talk about that all the time.
And then you had mentioned that Spartans, right? Those warriors that just they didn't care. They made so many movies, but what they don't and if they do, maybe I missed it, you don't see them eating the gyros. That's that's what they were fueled by. They gotta throw in the food. Those dudes are just jacked. It's what workout are they on and what are they eating? Straight up Olympia Grill.
That's it. Healthy food since 1500 BC. There you go.
Think of like a cool commercial that would make. And there's just like a ripped guy like training Spartan
You see, you're
style.
always coming up with good ideas, so that's awesome. I might have to do that
An
now.
Olympia Grill. And
Are
got
you
a question?
black belt, Vincent?
yeah, he
I am a black
is.
belt, yes.
He is. That's what I think. Then maybe in 6 months.
But see, I was like 10 years old when I got my black belt. So
All right. I only have one glove. But let's do
One hand
this.
behind my back. Yeah. So Vincent's a black belt. Did you train in Galveston?
so I
Growing
went
up?
to Ishmael Robles Karate Studio as well, the same one my daughter goes to.
That's how cool is that to be able to train somewhere, go through something, achieve the status, and then have your it's your daughter, you said?
Yeah, it's my
Go
daughter.
to the same thing.
Exactly. So I mean, he's had the same studio for about 30 years. So I think whenever I started with that studio, I was 4 years old. Now I'm 34. So it's almost 30. It was about 30 years ago.
That's awesome.
So that's about
Yeah.
how long he's been doing it. And back then, we used to compete and go to competitions, AOK competitions, and Al Garza does the same thing too.
Yeah.
But Robles was very, very competitive back then because he just won his world championship titles in kickboxing. So he wanted his kids to, pursue the same paths. So
Cobra
back
Kai,
then,
Cobra Kai style, pretty much like show no mercy. Was that you? like-
no, not Cobra. No, it was just Taekwondo is all it was.
Well, I just meant like from the Karate Kid. So there was like the Karate Kid, and then it was Cobra Kai, and they were like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's how it was back then. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we were doing competitions on the weekends, traveling on Texas and fighting. And I mean, I had hundreds and hundreds of trophies that were bigger than me whenever I was a younger kid. Now he's not so much doing the competition anymore, but he still loves to teach, and that's the reason why I got my daughter doing the karate. There was a guy that came out of Premier Martial Arts. His name was Andrew Carrasco. I don't know if he's still there, but he was my age too, and this guy was killer at karate. I've never seen anybody better than him
Wow.
in martial arts. Like,
That's cool.
One day he might go in there as maybe a guest or something. You'll get a chance to meet him. But yeah.
Grandmaster Garza, he's like 10th, which from what he's told us in conversation, he achieved his 10th degree, black belt. I think that's like the highest you can
So
go.
that's the same thing Ishmael Robles is. He's a grandmaster as well.
Yeah. So like it's just awesome to see, people that have been doing this for so long, the community continue to do it like out of passion and help teach, like my son. Well, okay, so they had their graduation and I had posted those pictures. I would say I don't know how many kids, 3 to like 6 or 7 years old, sitting Indian style. I'm gonna say there's probably like a couple hundred kids just like sitting there, and it's like you will never see that anywhere else in the entire world. And like the discipline
It
and
teaches
the
them real
control.
good discipline, exactly. Real good discipline. So that's why I recommend anybody go to martial arts, because as a young kid, it teaches you that from the very beginning. So one thing that's funny too is so Wendy Sue is one of the managers that works with me. She's my boss, right? So her daughters did karate whenever they were younger, right? So obviously I was a black belt, so people had to call me Mr. Miranda. They couldn't call me Vincent because you have to show respect to your instructors, right?
Right.
So their kids at the time might have been like 10 or 7, somewhere around that age. So they had to call me Mr. Miranda. So anytime she goes back and she's talking to her kids, mentioning Vincent, she goes, you have to call him Mr. Miranda. She's like, I am not calling him Mr. Miranda. And
I'm his pop.
at that time, I was just a bartender and she was the general manager of the restaurant. She was like, I'm not calling him Mr. Miranda. So
that's funny. That's a good story. But no, that's cool because that respect and the honor and all that stuff. So that's cool. I'm still trying to teach that to Curt. I'm thinking about putting Curt in martial arts.
honor? What? So train hard, go hard, eat baklava.
Spartan diet.
Yeah.
Curt, Bog.
Eat.
Yeah. Oh man. So it's 10:43. This is KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're going to be on till 11. We do this every weekday, 8:30 to 11. We bring in local businesses, people doing cool things, someone trying to spread some positivity. We love to hang out and see what's going on. Maybe you have something going on or something you want us to spread. Maybe you can come in. Maybe you can't. You can email us, KHEA@KHEAradio.com. You can also send us a message on Facebook or call us 346-704-1806. You can also text message us as well. Curt just did another taste test. Can you let me know? So tell him why your taste went away and what just happened.
Yeah, we did something with Dr. Chapo. What was it called again?
I don't know. Every time I've said it, you've corrected me. So apparently you know it and I don't.
Geneva or something
Yeah,
like
sure,
that.
that's it.
Geneva Convention. I
Yes.
don't know. And it takes away your taste buds, and I still can't.
From sweet stuff.
just tastes like peanuts.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to try it about 2 o'clock because I guarantee you're gonna enjoy it then.
That's what's up. Yeah, our taste went away. He was like, "Well, for a couple hours, that'll happen." And
Kind of
we'll see.
disappointed. I'm mad. I'm fuming a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been sitting here like,
Yeah,
really,
because you were the one that was eyeballing it when it was still in
I
the
was
bag.
really excited, and then I got this, and I can't even right now.
So Leon said, "No taste buds. That's awesome." So the whole idea is that if you are looking to curb those sugar cravings, if you taste something, be like, I can't even taste this. We ate chocolate, straight up chocolate. The first time, delicious.
Mhm.
Second time, it was like I was just like there's goo in my mouth.
Oh wow.
Didn't make sense.
Right now,
make
that's
sense.
what it. Yeah, I'm a little PO.
You look a little mad right now.
I'm mad.
What else you got? Okay, he's putting on his Premier Martial Arts glove again, and he's gonna just hit yourself in the head and see till the taste buds come back, and we'll see. What don't do it. That's yours. Yeah, but right now we have Vincent Miranda in studio talking about Olympia Grill. Have you been to Olympia Grill? More importantly, have you shared, liked, and commented this live video on Facebook out? We're giving away 2 $50 gift cards. You have the opportunity to win. If you win, let us know, who are you taking? Are you going to use all $100 on yourself, solo style, a VIP experience? Maybe you'll give them away as a Christmas gift. Our gift cards, and there's a couple of ways of thinking, like, hey, gift cards are a great gift, or like, no, you need something personal. Take the person to the restaurant or buy them. What's your thoughts on all that?
I mean, if you're undecided on what to buy somebody for Christmas, gift cards are the best way to go. If you know that they like eating at certain places and you give them a gift card, they'll be so ecstatic by that.
I have one better than gift cards.
Okay. Oh,
Coupon book.
A coupon
For
book is
free hugs.
Yeah, that was his gifts last year.
It didn't work.
But there's probably
Never
someone in your
used
life,
it.
like the person who has everything. I tell you, they don't have their next meal yet. Maybe they haven't planned out.
People love to eat, so gift cards are always a good way to go. And so, like the gift card is good for whether you're doing liquor, beer, and wine, whether you're doing just some food, whether you're doing some happy hour, some brunch. We have a happy hour Monday through Friday from 4 to 7, so the gift card is good then. If you want to come in on Saturday and Sunday, we do a brunch from 11 to 2. And then, any other time for lunch, we have a special that goes from 11 to 3. And if you want to just come in for dinner, you're more than welcome to. So the gift card's good at any time in any location.
What time do y'all open up?
We open at 11 o'clock in the morning.
And then y'all close?
Right now, we're closing at 9 o'clock during the week. And on Friday and Saturday, we're doing 10 o'clock.
Cool.
You're going to be late to work.
15 minutes? Actually, today's my day off. So I'm doing
cool.
this today.
Oh, you came out your day.
Thank you
I
for
did.
joining us.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate
No,
that.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so we got a couple people. I see Athena, who kind of mentioned earlier that she was named after a family member from
I was
Greek.
going to say Athena is a Greek name.
Yeah, she said family night at Olympia Grill. That sounds like a good time. And also, Gary said, I'm leaving work early if Vincent doesn't give me a shout out. Gary Nobles.
Oh, Gary Nobles. Okay, so he's one of our managers at the 646 location.
This
So,
is your
yeah,
shout out,
to
Gary. You're not
Gary,
leaving
you haven't even
early.
started. It's not even 11 o'clock.
He's already planning.
on how to leave.
Oh yeah, Gary, it's my day off today, so I'm not going in for you. So you better stay there.
So we did ask people like, hey, what are you using? And someone said, oh, I'm going to family night. And here's Leah. She said, I'll take Curt and Gardy if I win. I can get down with that. Win some
Nice.
gift cards. I will go eat with you.
Nice.
The answer is yes.
Jamie said,
So you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. No,
Well, I was gonna say I haven't mentioned our private dining room yet. So we have a pretty big private dining room that could be split up into 2 rooms. You can probably do about 35 in each room, so we can have simultaneous parties going on at the same time.
Mhm.
And not only that, but we have 2 collapsible walls that open up, and you can have the whole backside of our dining room along with the banquet room to sit maybe about 135 people approximately. We haven't
Wow.
had a party big enough yet to be able to know exactly.
So you can break it in. You can be the test up and be like, this is what we can do.
Yeah.
Make it work.
So actually, yeah, anybody can, be the guinea pig for that. But so it's really nice in there. If you're wanting to do a wedding, if you're wanting to do a last minute Christmas party, we can do that for you still. We still got some availability open. Like I said, I just talked to Clear Creek Chiropractic, and they're going to be doing a meeting with us every Monday at 6:30. So that's pretty nice. And we're putting together a special menu for them. But we can do buffets. We can do a plated dinner. We can do off the menu. So we can create a special menu for you.
That's cool. So I see people are still chiming in what they're going to do with the gift cards. And this is intriguing. Susie says, I will take the single one of you. So I see, Vincent, you have a ring on. You're married.
I am, yes.
I have a ring on. I'm married. Curt is currently ringless and just has this watch. So if Susie wins, Curt, are you going to go eat? She said she's going to take the single one. So I'm guessing that's this guy.
I don't know what to say. I don't know who Susie is.
Do you like food?
I'll go and eat food. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Why not? I guess.
I would just take it, Curt.
Yeah. Vincent, you're getting a lot of love. You got a lot of people that
That's good. I haven't
I love
been
you.
looking at the stream.
well, it's
I'll have
going
to
like
take a look at it
coconuts,
later.
man. Yeah, go back and read the stuff later because it's just sometimes there gets to a point where comments go too fast to read, and it's kind of like at that point it's just like going up and
Nice.
up. Are you a football fan?
I am, yeah.
Who's your team?
Texans is my team.
Okay, we gave away Texans tickets. I'm like whenever they played the Colts.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, maybe like 3 weeks ago or so.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, so a buddy of mine won those.
that's
Joe.
cool. And he didn't.
Joe.
I saw him on earlier. Joe didn't take you.
No, he didn't take
Joe!
me.
He's not a real buddy at all.
I don't know who he took because he said I'm either gonna take my girlfriend or my son, and we were wondering. I wonder if he ended up taking his son or his girlfriend. Like, what was who's the
Because
person?
he had 2 tickets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, Joe. If you are listening right now, weigh in. Let us know who did you take because it was not Vincent, and that kind of hurts,
Yeah, right, Joe. Where was my invitation at, Joe? You know I'm a Texans fan too. We
Is this
played
the year?
softball together down in Galveston.
Damn, is this the year the Texans? You think they have a good shot?
Man, we say that every single year about the Texans, but it's looking in their favor
It
this year.
does.
So yeah.
Well,
Hopefully.
It was
did
a
you
rough
watch the
start.
game last weekend.
And they pulled it off.
They pulled it
They
off.
lost 19-0.
What are you talking about?
Oh, was that a couple of weeks ago?
That they won this past. They won on Thursday.
They
'cause
won they beat the Jets.
They did beat the Jets
Yeah.
this last
but
game,
before
yeah.
that, they did lose, but they had won
Yeah,
9 in a row.
Yeah, I was gonna say we won like 8 or 9 in a row. So if you lose every now and then, that's okay.
But that is typical sports fans, where it's
I was
like
thinking of the Cowboys lost
so
19 to
that's
nothing.
where you were going.
That's where I went. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, didn't they lose 19? That was the Cowgirls. I mean, Cowboys. I'm
show
gonna
put some
offend somebody.
respect on some teams. You're gonna offend somebody out there, but yeah,
Thank
people always. It's funny to see how sports fans can be like, man, we won 9, and sometimes like, well, I knew it. We
Oh,
lose
yeah.
one game, like, oh, that's it.
That's how I
I
feel
knew this would
every
happen.
time watching the Huskers. I just feel like every day it's like, oh, well, here comes the disappointment.
Yeah, but no, it seems like everything's going in their favor this year. No, I mean I don't want to say anything, but they're doing really good. We got everybody playing right now.
Knock on
And hopefully
taco.
They can
Yeah.
pull it off.
What about basketball? You a basketball fan?
Rockets fan, yeah.
Me
Rockets
too.
Fan.
I watched the game last night, which I don't want to go too much into it, but I had tickets. I didn't go because I was too tired. Actually, I texted Curt to see if he wanted to go to the game with me, but he said, I'm working on graphics for the show Friday. I was like, never mind.
Oh,
You
wow.
keep doing what you're doing. Look at his face at me right now. Uh-oh, he's about to walk out of the
Is he gonna
studio.
punch the pinata again?
Wait, you went to the game last night?
No, I did not. I was like, the only way I was going to go, I was like, if Curt is going to have to drive his Jeep Compass up there, because I'm about to fall asleep right now. I'm so exhausted. So I didn't go. I just let the tickets like sit on the counter.
Oh wow.
Broke my heart. I would have gave them away on the radio, but you just don't know. You don't know like how you're going to feel. But I woke up at 5 and we'd done like a million things that day. And I needed a nap, but it was like 8 o'clock and I was ready for bed. I was like, I can't. But yeah, Harden went off again last night, and it looks like they may have gotten things put back together. The only thing people are mentioning is that double step back he did, where like House of Highlights
With
and
the
all
4
that.
steps.
Yeah, he's like, "Ba-doop, ba-doop." But still, yeah, I think the Rockets hopefully are getting things worked out. What do you think?
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, I'm a big, local area fan.
Houston guy.
So so I support the Astros, the Rockets, the Texans. So
That's cool. That's cool. So we're just about out of time right now. It is 10:54.
We're asking when are we drawing?
yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Y'all want us to give them away right now?
I was
Is
thinking,
that something y'all want?
What if people like tune in after the show and wanted to win the gift cards
okay.
today, right? Like,
What if we
should we
announce them
give them that-
tomorrow? We
give
make
them
them
that
wait.
chance.
Okay,
like
we can do
24
that.
hours.
Okay, so anybody that likes, comment, and shares, y'all are gonna give it
'Cause
away tomorrow.
These
Okay.
these videos continue to roll, and
I see.
sometimes people are like,
Yeah, we can't limit people who are at work
I
or
see.
like, oh, these are straight up. Look, they're even nice.
"Man, this is like
Prepackaged.
this is
ready to go.
legit." I'm gonna write notes in these
Where did,
cards.
where did you
Yeah,
get?
you should.
That's
okay,
cool.
so where did you get this stuff?
We've had it for a while, so I don't even know where it came from.
We
honestly.
need to talk to you because KHEA needs some stuff like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually we mail gift cards, and I don't know anybody else like another station that does that. So we just like, what's your address? And we just like
Okay.
throw a stamp on it. And it's easier to get it to people because they're like, well, I'm at work. I'm listening, in the car. Or I live over here. And so we're like, nah, we got you. We got throw a stamp and get it to you. So we have some gift cards. This is a $50 gift card. We have 4 of them. We're going to give away a couple of these.
Everyone is like, they might boycott KHEA radio.
Are they mad? What are they saying?
They're like,
no, they should be watching the show now. We're waiting patiently. That's not fair. Nope. Uh-oh. And it's time to go. We said we're going to the show today. It isn't.
No, it's cool. We'll announce the winner tomorrow morning. And you know what? Here's the fun part about this is when we've done this in the past, we've always tried every avenue possible to get somebody the gift cards. Like we've never gone and redrawn somebody else because they haven't picked it. Like I will go to their house. Like I'll figure out a way to find out where they live.
Like a month later, like, please come get this
Come
gift
and get
card.
this gift card. I'll hunt you down. So it's okay. Like if tomorrow you're like, hey, I can't listen tomorrow.
Yeah, and the gift cards never expire either. So
Right.
it's fine.
That's cool.
See, this is what we currently use for it says Abundant Life Christian Center, and then we write KHEA radio on it.
And that's my friend Derek. He won that
He
one.
won this one yesterday. We gave away some.
What do
gift
y'all
cards
think about
yesterday.
Kurt's handwriting? If you're watching on social media, you can see this. But if you're not, then just know it looks like
Chicken
Kurt's.
scratch.
Yeah, a little funny.
So we'll
Oh,
get you
yeah,
guys
we
hooked up with who we get our cards from. So
Awesome. Cool. So again, do you want to share maybe where the locations are and how you can find Olympia Grill on social media? Why somebody should go check y'all out?
yeah, absolutely. So check us out on Facebook. Just type in Olympia Grill. All 3 locations will pop up. You can find us at olympiagrill.com to look at any menus or anything online. If you're wanting to pick up a to-go order from any locations, we have the updated menus online for you. So the one in Galveston is located at Pier 21. We have another one on the seawall. Newest one just opened up on 646 here in League City, right at Pinnacle Park on the south side of the freeway. So if you're looking to, we have happy hour. We have from Monday through Friday, 4 to 7. We have brunch from 11 to 2, which is really good, by the way, because we throw in some seafood and we throw in some Greek options for the brunch. It is a menu. It's not a buffet style, but it's still really, really good. And then we have lunch for anybody in the area that's want to do some lunch from 11 to 3, Monday through Friday.
That's
Somebody
awesome.
said like we should do one winner now and one winner tomorrow. Is that
Okay,
some-
fine. Good, do one winner. y'all win. Okay.
You all
Thank
get it.
y'all.
Okay,
But
we'll
no,
do-
we appreciate y'all tuning in today, and we will pick one winner today. And that sounds fair.
That's fair.
But y'all are faithful, and we appreciate y'all tuning in, sharing it out, following the rules, and we'll see. Usually it'll be somebody that's on and be like, hey, I won. So that's
All
what's
right.
up. I see some people, y'all have a blessed day too. We're about out of time, but we're going to pick one of these winners and then finish the show today. Who do you think? You think it's going to be somebody you know, Vincent?
It might be. I shared it on my page. I shared it on all the Facebook, on all the
Olympia social media
all the
stuff?
Olympia social media.
That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, we got about 6,000 followers on the pier and about 1,000 at 646 already, and then about 2,000 at the seawall.
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah.
1,000 already, and
Mhm.
y'all haven't even been open like barely a month
Yeah,
or
we haven't
if
been
that.
open that long. Yeah.
So we're gonna pick a winner. You're gonna copy that link and get that going. Hey, today we're gonna be at Texas Pit Stop. I think about 1:00.
We're actually going to be headed to the island.
We're going to the Galveston one.
We're going to go to the Galveston location.
Okay.
So that they had asked us if we would do the next one at that location today. And so
Okay.
I said, yeah, we'll go down there
And we'll have to go back to the other one because we're shooting another one.
Yep.
The whole reason I wore this jacket is because we're doing some stuff. We're going to be doing a pilot episode for a new thing that somebody asked us if we could do, where we're spotlighting local businesses, but they want us to do it in a very specific area. And we're excited about it, but they wanted a different look. So we were going to try different editing,
Okay.
trying to look nicer and give something a shot. So I'm excited about that. Be on the lookout for that as this launches.
You ready to drop the winner?
Yeah, hit the button. Let's do
I have
this.
The gift cards.
They're right here, man.
All right.
Don't even worry.
So I can write
Just hit the
name
button.
down.
We're out of time and we got to go. So yeah, our software is working hard. It's like beep, beep, bloop, bloop, bloop. Do you know that person? Can you read the
Who's
name?
that? I can't see it. Yvonne Flores. No, I'm not sure who.
You are the winner.
Yvonne Flores. You are the winner of a $50 gift card to Olympia Grill.
Yay. Congratulations, Yvonne Flores. You are one winner. We're going to pick one more again tomorrow. So thank you all for joining us and hanging out with us. And thank you Yvonne, for following the rules and hanging out today. We appreciate you. And we'll be announcing one more winner tomorrow. If you didn't win those, tune in Friday. We're going to have an 8-hour show, and we're giving away $100 worth of gift cards again from Olympia Grill, along with, I think, like about $4,000 worth of other stuff. So it'll be a lot of fun. But thank you again for joining us, Vincent.
Man, I really enjoyed it. Thank y'all for having me. Maybe we can do another one at the new location on 646 pretty soon.
100%. We are down for that. It is 11 o'clock. This has been Kickstart. Y'all have an awesome day. This is Hark the Herald. Angels Sing on KHEAradio.com and 99.5 FM. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m.
Man, that was awesome.
Bye, guys. We'll see y'all. Y'all have an awesome day, and go check out Olympia Grill. Post
Thank
a
you.
picture of it. We want to see it.